love says take your burden down to my soil. Now we'll make yellow flowers for you.
Hello and welcome to today's Designer Inspiration with me, Jenny Cleary. Thanks for gorgeous Lucy, everybody. And Drew yesterday. Woo! Now, thank you for all your lovely messages. The child is fine. She got thrown into a jump. She went, well, she was going for it. That's not how you go for it. And she was just literally looked like she was going to take off, and the horse decided it was scared of the jump. In she went during training, but she's all right. Bruised here, damaged her coccyx a bit, but no breaks, which is positive. I'm not just looking away from you, I'm talking to Maggie as well. Say hello, everybody.
Hello, everybody.
Hello, darling. How have you got new hair? You've got something's different.
Yeah, it's a different wig. Yeah. No,
you brushed it a different way.
Yeah, I had it cut the other day.
Where was it before?
It was fluffy before. It's kind of out here and getting a bit mad. So
well, I thought it was nice. I love it now, though.
Thank
I love
you.
it.
Oh, thank you, Kate. That's very
what are you
kind
up to? What have you got for us today, Maggie? Now?
Oh, I've got one project with Sari silk and one project using Shibori ribbon.
Now, that ribbon stuff you just mentioned, I've never heard of it until today. Apparently, we've had a few. You said to me, didn't you? You've seen a few.
It's been around for a couple of weeks. Yeah.
Yeah. What's it all about, Alfie?
Isn't that a song?
It's yeah. It's Alfie. Alfie. What's it all about, Alfie? What's the film called again?
Oh, okay.
Alfie.
Is it Michael Caine in it or somebody?
Yeah,
anyway,
yes,
I can't remember.
Yes. What's it all about, Alfie?
So this Shibori ribbon, it's kind of got little metallic elements to it, and it's kind of crinkled. So it's kind of slightly squashed. So it's got quite a lot. Well, it's got a lot of texture to it, and it's also got bits of glitz and glitter to it also. And it comes in lovely soft shades. It's rather nice to work with.
I like the idea of this. Now, I haven't seen it. I know you might have seen. I think Sarah might have had a little bit of it a minute ago. Yep, she did. So we got loads in store for you today. We ask for you to keep it interactive with us. What are you up to today? Give us a text 60777. Start your message with the word James Studio and then follow it on with your words of wisdom for us. Maybe you have some questions for Maggie. Maybe you'd like to give Kaz some worldly advice. She's leaving us in August and I don't really know why. What did we do wrong?
Did nothing wrong.
She's leaving us in August. Claire didn't know that. It is news. Like, you didn't tell me in secret, did you? Because I have told you never to do that before. It's, she's flying the nest. Are you going abroad? She doesn't. She's keeping it very much. I reckon she's up to something. Do you know that? I reckon this one's up to something. She's off. Have you got any worldly advice you can offer her, or a job? She doesn't seem to have one of those lined up. She must hate us that much. She's going to leave. She's going to leave. Lady of Leisure? Is that what you're going to be? Why not? Well, I can give you about 4. Well, I can give you minus figures. Why not? Actually, and they're all in red. That's why not. Now, I've got loads of gorgeous turquoise for you. Maggie's kit is just beautiful. And we're going to start today with a little bit of Druzzy. No? Can we? Oh, please. Thank you. A little bit of Druzzy in some gorgeous fuchsia. Last 18. Now, didn't we launch these, Danny? My hair's a bit weird today. Sorry about that. I don't know what's going on. Is my hair weird, Cass? Yeah. What is it? Is it the flicks?
Yeah, it's like.
It feels funny, you said, but you haven't touched me.
That's it, it looks weird.
I look like the 1950s.
The whole decade.
What, the whole of the 1950s? Not one particular aspect of the 1950s. I just look a bit. Is it better if I do that? I think it's that funny thing in my ear. It's all gone all skew. You don't need to know all of this. You don't need to know any of it. I don't know why you open my big mouth half the time. Now, anyway. Gorgeous Druzzy. This is what you can expect today. I was like a dog who just got out of the bath yesterday after I found out there was no breaks to the small girl. You know, when you give your dog a bath and it goes mental afterwards. You know what I mean? And it just like, it's so excited with life, it can't stop running around the house and rolling. You know what I mean? A dog out the bath. Now, look at these Druzzys. They're gorgeous and sparkly. They're banded. They're all different shades of pink. What's not to love about these? A fabulous, fresh, summer's day breeze of a pink. Gorgeous with all your different tones. I think these would look lovely with kind of like an aqua blue. And the fact that you've got those Druzzy sparkles just makes it so special, doesn't it? And each one's so unique. Look at that. Look, look, look. Isn't that gorgeous? RIP 069, they're only £7.95. We've only got 9 in stock. Get yourself dialing. We started with 13. Most of them are they're going to go to hello Gillian, Helen, Karen, Sharon, Hannah in Hampshire. I've got a jewellery maker in London. I've got Mary and Lynn and Angela, anonymous in Oxfordshire, which usually means Sir Mark Smith. Is it you, sir? Send us a text, will you, Marky? 806 444 655 is a free phone number, so please don't worry if you do hit a small queue. You can shop online if you like. All the W's.jewellerymaker.com. Text already. Hello to Samina. Hi, Jenny. Glad your daughter is okay. Great to see you back on screen. Sending you both lots of love and hugs. P.S. Your hair looks great. Well, I think it looks weird, but thank you so much. Thank you so much. Hannah Bennett is back with us today. She is doing work despite the rumours. Now, she's not getting married for 3 years, which I said was too long an engagement. I wasn't happy, was I? No. I said I'd be dead by then. What's going on? 3 years? It better be a good one if you're planning it for 3 years, Hannah. It will be, she's saying. She's promising. Anne says, hi, Jenny. I'm a spiritual healer and was so sorry to hear of your wee girl's full of fall. Sending her healing. Bless her. Love you. I love Gemini. He's reading it in my ear as I'm trying to read it. That doesn't work. It's like when someone counts over counted. Thank you, my darling. I'm a healer. Oh, thank you, my lovely. Patricia in Cheshire says, hi, Jenny. After what you've been through, I think you look wonderful. Big hugs and snuggles for your little girl. Love, Trish in Cheshire. Thank you, Trish in Cheshire. She isn't so much my little girl. She's about 5 inches taller than me, which is crazy, isn't it? Those legs. All legs, I tell you what. But thank you so much. You're all really kind. I feel great now because I've got nothing to panic about. You know, like when you've been, like I said, like a dog out of the bath. Well, I'm about to do the what? No, yeah, but in different terms. I was, you know, where you know when you've been ill and you feel okay again, you're like, I'm alive! And you sort of run around like, I can take on the world now. Forget you, flu. You didn't do me in. Yeah, where you do that thing. Yes, you do that thing. I promise I'll value life when I feel fine again. Yeah. Please, God, make her okay. I won't ever make her do her homework again. There's nothing wrong with her. Right, get and do your homework. What are you doing down here? Complaining. There's nothing wrong with you. Because suddenly, when I talk to Mia, for some reason, yeah, I'm northern. Turn into Peter Kay when I talk to my kids. What are you doing? It's fine rain. Get out there. What's weather like? Look at what I've got in my hands. Gorgeous, isn't it? Oh, you all right? Are you bonkers as well? Let us know about it. We want to know what's the most bonkers thing you've ever done. These are gorgeous. Let me talk to you about reconstituted turquoise, because I think I was actually speaking to a lady in the one of the workshops the other day, and I said, oh, do you like reconstituted turquoise? And she actually went, I won't touch anything that's not real turquoise, it's my birthday. And I said, no, it is real turquoise. And they sort of explained it, and I saw her go, oh, well, all right then. And I'll tell you what it was. The story behind reconstituted turquoise is that turquoise, of course, is really soft gemstone, isn't it? You go mining for it, and it's very difficult to get in big lots without it sort of breaking down because it's so soft. In the Egyptian and the Aztec era, they would grind it down, mortar and pestle. That's how soft it was. Mix it with milk and use it in paintings and in makeup and all sorts of things. And so you will see a lot of turquoise and gold and things like that together from that era. Now, what we've done is we've teamed up together with our team that we buy our turquoise from, together with Hannah Oxbury and Paula Bennett, and we've decided that we would like to give you real turquoise but in larger forms. Now the only way to do that realistically without charging you hundreds per gemstone, which it would be because it's so difficult and such a delicate process extracting turquoise from a mine which keeps this kind of shape and size, these would be about £100 a stone. So what we've done instead, ballpark figure, now what we've done instead is we've taken down lots and lots and lots of bits of turquoise which have come out, you know, this isn't treated in any other way apart from being mortar and pestle down. Essentially, we're probably crushing it in a more modern way now, but crushing it down and then press forming it together so that not only do we get the size that we want in turquoise, we also get the shapes that we want. We also get decent carat weights, but it's still turquoise, real turquoise, nothing but turquoise, but it's just formed together. You can even see the matrix still. VDP 034 is your item code. Still December's birth gemstone at just £11.95. You are paying a fragment of the price tag you should be paying if this was not reconstituted. It does not mean it's phony. It does not mean it's faux. This is real turquoise, genuine turquoise, all put together for you in a bigger carat weight. This could quite honestly be the very last chance for you to get this. £11.95. VDP 034, 500 carats of turquoise. If you want it bigger, if you want it bolder, but it's got to be the real thing, then this is the strand for you. This is going to be perfect, this strand, ready for rings, individual stones that could give you a nice profit margin. Let me count them for you. Barbara in Cumbria, I think you've done the smart thing in multi-buying. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 20, that's 10 pairs of cufflinks, 10 pairs of earrings. You could make 20 rings out of this. A phenomenal price tag. How much are you going to charge for 20 rings? How much are you going to charge each? Well, if they were just £10 each, that's £200. Is that right? Is my maths right? £11.95. I think that's a big profit margin. And Maggie, the colour, the size, they're perfect.
They're fabulous. Love them. Yeah, they're great. They're beautiful colour. They're a really nice shape as well. And of course you get that chunkiness to them. So for anyone who likes doing chunky jewellery rather than finer jewellery or delicate jewellery, ideal, spot on.
I think, you know what, it's that nice colour that just draws you in, and no matter what else you have, whether it's great elaborations of copper wire, whether it's just the prong set, you know, we had Laura Binding showing us how to prong set rings the other day. They were amazing. These would be perfect for that with a bit of copper wire. They also look great with antique bronze. I just love the tone. I love the feel of these. I think they're going to be phenomenal in your collections, and I love that they're a great big focal point as well. They're loud. They're fabulous. So they've already got my vote. They got yeah, they are the Jenny Cleary of gemstones. If God came along, or someone else, could be a leprechaun, and turned me into a gemstone, I had to try and explain leprechauns to my stepson the other day because we're going to kiss the Blarney Stone, and I was telling him about leprechauns, and he said, so what exactly is a leprechaun? Well, there I got a bit flummoxed. How do I describe a leprechaun? So I said, it's a plump, red-headed fairy, but a boy. In a costume. Well, he accepted that. Quite. I have got lucky charms. Do you know what? I will. I'll work on my description for leprechauns. If anyone can help me, do text in. How do you describe to a 6-year-old boy what a leprechaun is without scaring him? £11.95. So we've only got 11 chances left. Stella in Berkshire. Hi Jenny. Hi Stella. Lucy and Drew did a great job. Yes, they did me proud, didn't they? But I really missed you. Oh, thank you. I'm recovering from a back op and you are my best tonic. Bless your heart, Stella. Do you know what? Even from yesterday with Mia with her back now, everything you do, you can't move anything, can you? Because everywhere hurts. God bless you. Have you got a TENS machine, Stella? We'll talk about that later. I ain't no doctor, Stella. This is from D in Kilmarnock. Hi Jenny, glad your daughter is okay. I'm off work, unwell at the moment, and I have to say your energy and enthusiasm cheers me up. From D in Kilmarnock.
Kilmarnock.
Kilmarnock. Because I can't see it. I said it all right first. I couldn't see it. Do you see? Right, my text screen is over there, so you can see it fine, right?
I can see it fine, yeah.
Unbelievable, because why isn't it up on my screen? That's what I was like that. That's okay. How come you've been able to do that this whole time and you've only just done it, Tom? How come? They like to see me suffer, that's why. Hello, Sissy. Sissy says, but put him in a box of Lucky Charms cereal and let him see the little guy on the box. Yes. Do you know, Sissy, you can't get Lucky Charms here. We have to import them from America. And we do, don't we? Do you know that you can only get them from really expensive sweet shops here? And they're imported. Now, we should all eat Lucky Charms sometimes. Have you had them?
No, I don't even know what they are.
Frosties, Lucky Charms, they're magically delicious, no?
Pardon?
Remember them when in the 80s? No? No? They took them off the shelves in England because basically it's like having a bowl of sweets for breakfast.
Ah, right, okay.
Which is brilliant.
If you're a kid, it's wonderful, yeah.
Just like, do you remember when you were a child, they used to hide a toy in cereal? Well,
yes, I
these
do.
kids, left, right and centre, were choking, weren't they? So had to take them out. Well, you know it could be in the box. There's no need to be, you should be rifling through. Me and my brothers and sisters used to stick our hands in the cereal to get it all out. Do you know, they don't do that anymore, do they? Three chances left. VDP 034 is your item code. Oh, I've got some Ametrine for you. It's a bit of a treat. Now, Ametrine, I don't know how this is going to be best shown, probably on the white background. Ametrine, if you don't know, you don't think, Tom, you think black background. I want to be able to show you the amity of it. Now, let me just talk to you about Ametrine. Ametrine, also known as Bolivianite, is only available in Bolivia. There's only one mine for it. Now, it's a fusion between citrine and amethyst, the gemstone of happiness, fusioning with the gemstone of tranquility. Well, if we can't go to Barbados, ladies, at least we can get the strand that gives us that feeling, tranquility and happiness. What a gorgeous thought to have a gemstone in our collections with that fusioning. Very hard to come by, and if you go out there and you try and shop for this in any of the high-end jewelers, can be extremely expensive. My producer asked me to guess the price of this. It is gems of distinction, he just said to me. Danny, French Brummie. That's a contradiction in terms. You are the Ametrine of Brummies, aren't you? A fusioning of French and Birmingham. Now, Danny is asking me, I think, Danny, $29.95. What is it then? Tell me now if I'm... When did this launch? I knew you were going to do something crazy because you asked me to guess it. So I did think, right, well, I would have put just under £30 on this. Is that right? Does Paula Bennett know you've done that? They don't call her Paula P45 Bennett for nothing, you know, Danny. 0800 644 655. You're going to get the fired. ODRU. Ametrine! Have you seen this?
Yes, I can't believe that price. Not for Ametrine. That's fantastic.
I think it's lunacy.
I daren't say that, but it's just amazing. What an unbelievable price.
I think the last couple of days has been very strange for me. Am I dreaming? Is this a weird dream? You know those weird dreams you have? These must all sell out. I would go and get this valued. This has got to go in some really high-end jewellery, even though it's only $6.95. Now, for anybody out there that doesn't know, Ametrine is a very rare gemstone. It's very hard for us to get. We never, well, very, very rarely get it in big quantities. You've got 35 carats. I love the fact that these are graduated. I love the fact that they're still very delicate. They're going to look stunning in bridal pieces. They're going to absolutely beautiful with some white pearls. And they're Ametrine, tranquility and happiness together. So even if you're buying it, you want to create some jewelry for your very best friend. What about it? I mean, looking at Hannah Bennett and remembering that she's recently engaged, what about giving a gift to one of your friends who's getting married? You know, tranquility and happiness is a lovely wish for the future, isn't it?
Absolutely. But it's appropriate for so many occasions as well. I mean, it's purple. You can't get better than purple, can you?
Well, it goes with everybody's skin tone, doesn't it? It's beautiful. So feminine is this one. And the clarity is there. And you can see the citrine in this. We've only got 4 left. It's going to sell out. If you haven't multi-bought, well done to everybody that's there on my screens. ODR, U40, 35 carats. Well, that is gone. We got a text message. Of course it's gone. Hello, Patricia in Cheshire. Hi, Jenny. Tried to get your son to watch The Magical Legend of the Leprechauns. Love, Trish. In Cheshire. I'm going to do that. What? Can you write that down for me, Danny, please? Jan in Norfolk says, Jenny, everyone knows leprechauns are little elves who wear suits of green with pointy hats and shoes. It's true, Jan. It is true. If only I could capture a leprechaun, I could just show him what one was. That's why we're going to kiss the Blarney Stone. Claire in Greater Manchester says, a Tesco near me sells Lucky Charms. They're £5 a box. It's expensive. A Tesco. You could go to Sainsbury's or Waitrose if you wanted to, or Morrison's. Where do you live? Where does she live? Manchester. Not £5 for a box of leprechauns. No. Frosted Lucky Charms. Other cereals are available from the 80s. What's other 80s cereal that we remember? Frosted Lucky Charms. Cinnamon Grahams. Oh, I love Cinnamon Grahams. What else? What else? There's another one I'm forgetting. What is it? I don't remember. But when you were little, Kaz, because you're young, did you have toys inside cereal?
Yes.
You did. What happened to that? Who decided? It is a health and safety hazard, I get that. There is a massive choking hazard there, I suppose, isn't there?
Because these come in separate bags, didn't they?
No, when I was younger, if you wanted one of the Snap, Crackle and Pop trio, they were loose. But to be fair, if that was on your spoon, you'd blinking well know about it, wouldn't you? You'd see Snap on it. You know, he was a big character. Now, let's go to, can we do that nice strand that we both liked? We picked that one. I like that one too. It was a weird thing because, you know, we do see rounds like this, but for some reason I really went for this one and I really like it. It's the size, I think. And for me, I always think you can see the silhouettes of trees in these. Have a look. You know, like a Japanese sort of image. Here, for me, you've got like little birds, twigs, landscapes you can see and stuff. Look, that's a shore tree, isn't it? Over there. Don't you think that's a tree? A weeping willow, look. I did put a swing on my weeping willow at the weekend, you'll be pleased to know. We were discussing that. Have a look at that colour. Very natural. These will look really pretty, I think, with either wooden beads or some Amazonite. Look at this. Don't you think that's nice together? I think that's lovely. Very pretty with other light pinks. I like this on its own. What colour wire would you use? Copper? Antique bronze? What do you think? I really like these. Do you like these?
I do, yes. I think antique bronze would look lovely with those. Yeah.
I think it would too.
I think it's not as harsh as black, for example.
Yeah, you've got the black
so
in the
you've got the
matrix
black in the mix,
already, haven't you?
And so I think antique bronzes kind of bring it out a little bit.
Do you think, though, that you can see silhouettes in trees there? I always think you can see things in these. I like gemstones for that. You just don't get it, do you, anywhere else? And it's never going to be like a repeat pattern. I really like that colour, like a milkshake pink. Ooh. DFG P24. 700 carats. They're only £8.95. Now they're great rounds. These 14 mil, really sizable. They're gonna work with soutache. They're gonna work with your beady beads. They're gonna work next to your polymer clay. They're going to work, you know, just as an overhead necklace, a bracelet. They're going to work in earrings. I think when you start jewellery making, your best friend is that round, because you know what? You can do so much with a round. I think there's so much possibility of you just... Hang on, was that, did you change the price of that? Tell me.
What?
Oh, Danny, love. Danny. Oh, Danny. We're not a falling auction. You're supposed to tell the presenter what you're doing, love. I'm your puppet. You're my organ grinder. I don't know what goes on. I'll just tell you what's lovely. And you'll have to concentrate on him today. Everyone's gone bananas. It's because Wendy was giving out free chocolate biscuits upstairs. You missed that, Maggie,
I did miss that, yeah.
Oh, Maggie.
Probably well as well that I did miss it, really.
Well, I promised myself I wouldn't have a chocolate biscuit today. Well, I've eaten 4. Stupid willpower. DFG P24 is your item code. 700 carats, and this is a rhodonite. Gorgeous plain rounds. They're only £5.95. This is a brand new record low. I've got Elaine in Kent, Jackie in the city of Bristol, Jenny in Nottinghamshire, keeping it real in knots, Wendy in Cambridgeshire, Lynn in Tyne-and-Wear, Gillian and Helen and Alison and Sarah. You've all got yours, £5.95. Think about the fact that Jennifer in Derbyshire's got 2 of these. Jodie in Nottinghamshire. DFG P24. I just thought to myself, used to seeing everybody's names pop up, and I thought, oh, Jodie in Nottinghamshire. She's new. I haven't seen her before. You might be, you might not be. Hello and welcome if you're not. Maybe Tom Dorks knows you because he's from Nottinghamshire. Cheryl in South Yorkshire. 2 for you. Irene, you've got 2. Ali says these are calming. Ali says these are calming. I think pink's quite a calm colour in this soft tone. I mean, it can be quite a go out for cocktails, get your party dress on in fuchsia, can't it? But this is quite tranquil. This is quite soft. It's reminding me of like ballet pumps and things like that. Nice ballet pump pink. Yeah, I do believe that colours can change your mood. I absolutely do. Do you, Maggie?
Oh, totally. Yes, I think so, yes. I think when you feel cheerful in the morning, you go for brighter colours. If you feel a bit fed up, you maybe go for darker colours or more greyed off colours.
Whatever's
or
clean
browns.
for me, Maggie, if I'm honest.
It doesn't need ironing is a good clue as well, isn't it?
Yeah, anything. I mean, why are we still wearing clothes that need ironing? There's men on the moon, for pity's sake. What are we ironing for? Why hasn't anybody created a crease-free fabric nobody ever needs to iron? There are men on the moon. I'm just putting it out there, people. Inventors, where are you at this time of our need?
Well, maybe they don't iron. Maybe they don't see the need for ironing. Tumble dryers are good. Tumble dryers get creases
but then you've
out.
got to be around ready for when it comes out, or it's the opposite problem.
Maybe
we should just have a whole hour of housewives' tales. Why? With all of our little gripes. You know my rule. I never iron unless I'm being paid for it. Now, let's do... Hang on, I've just got to sort my ear out because it's all gone funny. It's all gone funny. Wait there. Now, I fancy a bit of emerald. Where did we put that? There it is. These are gorgeous. Now, do you know why I love these as well? I looked at these earlier. They're faceted. I don't think we see much emerald that's been checkerboard faceted, do we? And this is, what a lovely colour. It's reminding me of sort of mythological creatures like dragons. They are very pretty, aren't they? And again, you can see the matrix in these. Emerald's May's birth gemstone. I think emerald's a gemstone to take very seriously indeed because everybody knows it. It's a precious gemstone. Emeralds can be so expensive. We see a lot of vintage jewellery with emeralds. Apparently, it was Henry VIII's favourite gemstone. So he used to, apparently, tie back his cape with an emerald brooch, and things like emeralds and rubies, only members of the royal family or people of substance were allowed to have precious gemstones. Now let's have a look at these as well because they're top drilled teardrops. They're going to really serve their purpose as pendants. They're going to really serve their purpose in brooches. In fact, they're going to look very nice as flowers. They're going to drop beautifully in earrings. And they're emerald. They're emerald, real emerald. Let's never get complacent about that. Do download the certificate of authenticity with any gemstone like this because I think it's worth it if you want to get things valued. I would tend to always steer towards using real silver or gold with a gemstone like emerald. Could be for a special birthday. Could be for a special wedding anniversary. Beautiful, isn't it? Absolutely beautiful. It's the 20th, 35th and 55th wedding anniversary gift. What did your, Danny, your mother and father celebrated how many years together? But their pearl, their 30th. 30 years, eh? This is the 35th, yeah. Are you planning on getting married for 35 years then? Your parents have been married for 35 years. You've got to get them some emerald. Maybe you should get them these. Crikey. That is an absolute accomplishment, isn't it? 35 years without locking them in a room. Have a look. 19 chances. ADR U64, 11 by 8, 20 by 14 on a 14 centimetre strand. It's under £10 for emerald. I don't know what's happening today. He's gone as bananas as I have. ADR U64. Unbelievable. Guest designer Sammy, who lives opposite my mum. Hello Sammy, afternoon my lovely. Jenny, I totally agree, life's too short to iron. Give me jewellery making any day. But do you know what, Sammy, you have to say that because you've got like 5 children. I can't iron. 6 has she got? Listen, 1 child, and I thought there's too much ironing. 6? 6? No, you can't iron, Sammy. Don't ever iron. Don't ever. Sissy's going to iron my clothes. Send me your things that need to be ironed. I love to iron. Everything looks so crystal pretty. Sissy, I've had enough of this now. You've got to come and live here. It's no good. You can't keep staying in that beautiful country where you live, where it's all hot and gorgeous. We need you here where it rains and we all need ironing done. She likes ironing. Sissy, come here. Maybe I should move to Oklahoma. I think I need to make some serious life decisions. What do you think? 8 chances. 9.95. Sissy likes ironing. Maybe it's because she does it outside. I wouldn't mind it if I was doing it outside in the sun.
Yeah, with birds flying overhead. I wouldn't dare iron outside in case you had birds flying overhead.
Why?
Because birds fly overhead and do things.
Yeah, but it's supposed to be lucky, is that?
Not in your clean ironing, it's not.
No. 9.95. Actually, I quite like it because I'd be like, oh, can't iron that one. Got to go back in the wash. Oklahoma is a great horse country. I know, that's why I should go there. We should go there. Hannah, why don't you get married in Oklahoma? We could have a rodeo. A ranch wedding. Yeah. Maybe. If I ever get married, Sissy, can I get married on your ranch that in my head you've got? I don't know if you've got a ranch or not, but in my head you live on a ranch and you like ironing and all of that lot. Wendy and Glamorgan. Hi, Jenny. Oh, thank you. It's our 30th next January. Still can't believe someone put up with me that long. Wendy, don't say that. You're gorgeous. I know how you feel, though. I know how you feel. 5 minutes and I reckon people must want to kill me. Anonymous says, Jenny, I thought Emerald was 55th and 35th. And no, it is. It's 55th, 35th. We were just saying that it was Danny's 30th, Danny's parents' 30th wedding anniversary yesterday. And he sent me a picture of his mum and dad. No, you didn't send it me. It was on Facebook. And that was not true. And I liked it because his dad had a Pogues t-shirt on. And I love the Pogues. My dad used to always put the Pogues on during road trips. Dirty old town. Anyway, 4 chances against the gaswork wall. Now, oh, have I got that all in your heads now? Dirty old town. Now, let's go for the kit. The kit. Let's do the kit. The kit, the kit, the kit. It's a bit like a musical then, wasn't it? The kit, the kit. We really want to do the kit. Now, this is that new ribbon that I've not seen, but Maggie thinks it's been around for a couple of weeks. I love it.
It's great,
what
isn't it?
Lovely colours. Wouldn't they make a nice sash, wouldn't it? I really like that. I really like this. What a colour. Very mermaid tail, which you know I love straight away. Look at that. It's not made out of real mermaids' tails because we can't catch them. They're too quick and too clever and too beautiful. Look at that. Do you believe in mermaids? Because imagine if they were actually real. Or do we stop believing in things like that now we're past 30? I never know. I never know what the appropriate thing to do for my age group is. Now, look at this. Whatever it is, I'm not doing it, I know. Sensible things. I do believe in leprechauns. Listen, if you didn't, what's the point in not believing in them? Because if they are true, brilliant. If they're not, you haven't lost anything. Do you know what I mean? And they might not come, they might not let you see them if you don't believe in them. That's what I say to my kids. Now, have a look. Because my son was trying to argue about the tooth fairy the other day. Look at that. Look at that. Do you know what? It's got a lovely iridescence to it, this, hasn't it? And it's got a lovely texture. Now, you've seen this before, apparently, but I haven't. And I love it. I love it. Now, you're very, very spoilt with these gemstones, Maggie. They're gorgeous.
Aren't they?
Did you choose them?
I did, yes.
Aren't they lovely? Haven't you got a good eye?
I don't think you can go wrong with green and pink. I think they just work beautifully.
Wholeheartedly agree with you. Beautiful. I love it. You're going to love what Maggie's made as well. Very earthy actually here, aren't we? Very English country garden, cottage garden. Then I'm going to give to you some copper wire. So we've only seen this ribbon once on the birthday show. Well, that was on May the 4th, and it's now back in stock. Oh, back in stock since the only time it was launched on May the 4th. Oh, fantastic. You've got to get this quick. I know Sarah Alvin had some ribbon earlier, but it's a different colour. It's gorgeous. Absolutely beautiful. What did I say? Colour. They do take the mickey out of me here, you know. Now, do I get the findings as well? I do. We get the wire, which is 0.8, so you can make your own findings out of that. 0.8 wire. Shall I talk you through these gorgeous gemstones? I think I will. Now you get 1 metre of each. You get the teal and the olive green of that gorgeous Shibori ribbon, and it's 3.8 centimetres wide. 55 carats of rose quartz. The graduated faceted wheels are beautiful, and they're all separated. Aren't they pretty? Those are lovely. Green aventurine, 6 mil. So sorry, the wheels, 6x2 to 9x3, and those are an 18 centimetre strand. Your green aventurine rounds are 6 mil. Perfect for the loom you had this morning. And your potato pearls are 8x7, and they are $14.95 on their own, those pearls. They're very pretty and they're very round. Copper wire. I think everything about this kit is floating my boat right now. What about you? And I love the fact that I've got a 30-day money-back guarantee. So if you've not used or seen this ribbon before, you can get it home, you can have a look at it. If you don't love it, just send it back. It's not a problem ever. Plus, 1 P&P. You shopped with the gorgeous Lucy and Sarah Alvin this morning. You paid $2.95. For the rest of the day, you just top up your basket for nothing. It's brilliant. Your Ali DeFoy's on later on as well. Brilliant. So you've got your 30-day money-back guarantee. You've got the 1 P&P all day long. You've got a gorgeous kit. What is there to think about? Let's look forward and grab this kit. And when you see what Mag has made, you're going to fall in love. I'm definitely stealing the earrings from this one. 0800 644 655. Whether you want to make simple and intricate, or whether you want to make something really elaborate, I think this kit's got it all. XTG C96. Altogether should be $42.65 when you consider the elements. And what I mean by that is, if you decide to do a bit of a web shop, you know, tra-la-la-ing and popping things in your basket, and then at the end you tot it all up, that's your price tag there, $42.65. However, my dear hearts, you're watching live. And not only are we going to inspire you with the wonderful Maggie, we're also going to give you better prices than if you were indeed tra-la-la shopping. I do like a tra-la-la shop, but I prefer one that's going to make me some savings. Smart shopping today, £29.95. 30-day money-back guarantee, gorgeous elements. You know you got it all. XTGC96 is your item code. Come shopping with us here today and be inspired by Maggie. Keep those text messages coming. We want it super duper interactive with you. I shall just adjust my skirt because I've been leaning over. And then it hitches up. Again, more information that I don't need to share with you, but I feel I must. Let's go on over to Maggie. Hello, lovely. How are you?
I'm fine. What about yourself?
I'm good. Did your coffee go down all right? Didn't see you after that.
You didn't, did you?
No, I was like that. Working. Not
And
like me. Not like me at all.
Of course it is.
Well, it takes me a while to turn the computer on, you see. This is beautiful. I'm trying to sort of muster up an era for this. I think it is quite modern, but it's also got some really, I think, vintage elements about it.
I think the colour makes it vintage, if nothing else. You know, I think it's
yes, I think
the
you're
colours
right.
make it vintage, and I think also this Shibori ribbon's got this almost like a pleated effect, a bit kind of is it Fortuné you pronounce it? The fashion designer from, what was it, the 1930s or something?
Ooh.
And he did a lot of very, very fine pleating in skirts, and it slightly reminds me of that as well.
Ooh. Yes, it has got a pleat to it.
It's got a bit of a pleat, yeah.
And that adds to the shimmer.
Yes,
I was thinking of rippling seas when I saw it. You know how you look
at
when you're going over in an airplane and it's just about to land, if you're going over the sea and you can see the ripples. That's what it reminds me of. I think this is beautiful. I love the rose gold findings you've used with this. I think they look really stunning. Did you have the rose gold findings with yours?
I did, yes.
Are you sure? And we don't get it in these kits, Danny, the rose gold findings. You can get them separately on the website. Right. $29.95 is the price tag for the kits. The findings are available on the website. Have a look, because using the wire, the 0.8 wire, we can make our own links and the beading thread there as well. $29.95. XTG C96. Now, Maggie, where do I start with this gorgeous piece?
Well, it's got lots of elements in it, as you can see. So I've started to prep up one or two things with it. Right, I'll start kind of where I started, really, with the frame.
Did you know instantly what you were going to do when you put this kit together?
I knew roughly what I wanted to do, yeah. I wasn't exactly sure how to put it together, so I involved quite a lot of playing around with it to get there.
Yeah.
And it changes. Sometimes things change as you work your way through. I'm sure you all know this anyway. You start off with one idea, and then it sort of modifies itself into something else.
I love that, though. It blooms, it blossoms.
Yeah. It's part of the design process, which is brilliant, which is great. So this one here, I started off with the frame, using the copper wire, and then covered it in the Shibori ribbon, added some dangles, put some Ametrine rounds across the top. So lots of different elements. And then for the chain bits, there's a little bit of a rosary chain in there, because I like making rosary chains.
I love making rosary chains. I think there's something very, very therapeutic about making a rosary chain.
Yeah.
Reminds me of chain linking when I was little. You know, doing paper chains.
Oh, yes, yeah.
And I used to sit there and do things like that, and I used to do the little dollies where you cut.
Oh, where you cut them out.
It kind of reminds me of that, because it's so repetitive. Yeah, I really like a rosary chain. I think it also looks very professional.
It can do, yeah.
If you get it neatly,
if
it
it's
looks
done
good.
nicely, yeah. And of course, the 0.8 wire is ideal for that.
Yeah.
Yeah. So it's heavy enough to form a nice, good link. It's nice and strong. It's not going to fall apart. It's not going to pull apart either.
Yeah.
So it's got lots of little elements in it. And loads and loads of stuff.
So lots of little bits, and you puzzled them together.
Yeah. Yeah.
So let's get started. So we're going to start making the frame, like you said.
Right. So starting off the frame, which is going to. Come here, behave. It's
and that's just the wire you've got there.
That's just the wire. So this is the wire, and it's 6.5 millimeters in this direction, and it's 4.5 millimeters in that direction. And so I wire wrapped some of the pink quartz. Is it poppy quartz, this one?
That one is not the rose quartz, it's the pink poppy quartz.
Poppy quartz, right. So I used the head pins from the kit because they're just so lovely. I mean, they've got that lovely little detail in the end, so I think it's ideal to use them. Yeah.
Now, if you want that, the code is WAAZ24. That's for the rose gold findings. Maggie, you were sent those, but they're not coming up on our list in the kit.
Right,
so we're just double checking.
Fine. So I wire wrap them because this wire is quite malleable, so it's great for doing wire wrapping because you can manage to wrap it quite nicely and quite easily. So just wrap them 2 or 3 times round and then clip off the end and squash it in place. Those are techniques that probably many of you know already. I'm sure almost everyone does, but beginners might not be so familiar with them. Not my best example. Maybe I should show you one I did earlier.
Let's have a look. That's good, that's fine.
So, yeah. Right. So I've got about 8 of those on the bottom of the necklace and the frame. So for this one here, I've just put 4 on. And it's a bit like that game where you've got little balls in a in a channel, and you have to play around with them. And
I know.
Just reminded me of that. So you have to thread them all on once, and then take them all the way around again, and thread them on again. If I move those, I don't want to move those ones because they're all set out in order. So it's really a case of putting them onto the double end of wire there to make them more secure. There we go, 1. I'm not going to do it with all 8. Because seeing it done once I think is okay, seeing it done 4 times is fine, seeing it done 8 times it gets a bit tedious. So there we go, so they're all resting on there, and the finished one I used, as I say, I used 8 of them rather than just the 4.
Perfect.
Right. The next stage would be then to wire wrap the ends of the sort of spare end here of the wire and wrap it round. Now I started doing this one when I was playing around and then realised I couldn't get the beads, I couldn't get the dangles on. So I had to put that to one side and start again.
Aha!
Because if you do that, first of all, you
just can't get it around the corner, can
Absolutely.
you? No.
Yep. Right, so if I show you in here, very, very simple. Just keep in at the corner there and start wire wrapping it round. I can understand why people who do lots of wire work have to keep on top of their nails and keep them looking neat, because it really, my nails are never good at the best of times.
Does it help to have nails then when you're wire working? Or it ruins them, is that what you're
I
saying?
think it tends to ruin them. I'm surprised nobody's brought out a kind of false nail that you could do this with.
Oh.
So it wouldn't split your nails. You wouldn't
Okay.
break
Or
into
just
it.
put false nails on like me. Or wear a glove. Gripped gloves.
That's an idea.
Riding
Magic
gloves.
Those, yeah, they would do. So I'm just snipping this off here, and I would do the same for this one here. And obviously when you snip it off, you want to just squash it in, make sure you've got no ends that are going to catch on anything. Okay. So if you can pretend that that's a finished frame here, and it's going to have the beads dangling on the bottom. So that's the first stage of the frame. The second stage is sewing a bit. Now, you know I like needles and threads, I like doing some sewing. So I've cut 16 centimetres of ribbon, and so that's going to fit over the frame just nicely with a little bit of leeway.
And you've put it inside out, have you, over the
So
top?
I've put it inside out. No, I'm not going to do it. I've put it inside out just to sew it.
Oh, right, okay, sorry.
Yeah,
Yeah.
get me?
And then you're going to turn it around.
Then turn it inside out.
Okay.
Yeah.
You're a neat stitcher.
Do you think so?
Just a regular innie-outie stitch.
Innie-outie stitch, and then go back on itself, and then you get two rows to make it more secure.
I can do that stitch, that's fine. You don't even need you don't need to get the machine out for that one.
You don't. In fact, it take you longer to get the machine out.
I
and set
know,
up.
then it will, yeah.
And the same with the brown one. Then, what you want to do is then slide this to one end.
Ruche it.
So that's a good word, yeah, ruche it.
I think we should always use the word ruche where possible.
Right, okay.
Ruche, you know, crinkle it up, ruche. You've never heard it. Danny, I'm sure it's one of your French words, ruche.
It sounds like a French word, doesn't it?
Oui? No? I bet it is. You're not authentic, Danny. You make it up. It's not really French. He's trying to make it up so that all the English girls fancy him. Is it working all right for you,
It could well work.
Danny? It does, because if you like your mate meets someone and goes, oh, he's French, you'll go, oh, French, ooh la la.
You would, wouldn't you?
Yeah. Not working for Danny though. Not working for Danny though.
Right, with the second one, I'm just checking where I put the seam. The seam on this one is at this side, so I'm going to put the seam of the second one at the other side. And that's because I want to ruche it up at one side and the side which has got less bulk on it. Come here, come here. There we go. Right, so this is going to be ruched up here. I'm just going to pop that needle in there to hold it. And this one's going to be ruched up here. I should really have got another needle out ready for doing this. Right. So what I did was I put a few stitches in to gather it up on here and on here where those two needles are.
And
so
you put them in the corners, the stitches?
I put them I put them all the way along.
Okay. Oh, right, okay, okay.
As invisibly as possible.
Yes, you did.
Yep.
Sorry, it's monkey see, monkey do with me. I have to see it. Have a look. So, stitching along the edge to secure it and to gather it in and to get a better finish actually. Makes it nice and smooth, ready. And that creates a much more solid base then for those pearls, doesn't it?
Absolutely. It gives a more solid base. It also gives you more kind of light reflection.
Yeah.
So it reflects off the metallic
It's all
elements
ruchety
in different ways. Yeah.
and it's pleated. Ruchety pleated, there you go.
Lovely words. Ruchety pleated, yeah.
Yeah.
Right,
That
so...
should be a name for a band, shouldn't it?
Ruchety... It should be, shouldn't it?
And now the ruchety pleateds.
You could actually call this kit ruchety pleated, but you can't say it fast,
We
can
should
you?
have. What do we call it?
I don't know if I
Designer inspiration with Maggie.
Right.
They weren't very imaginative over that, were they? Were they? I'll remind myself to do a list
Designer
of brilliant kit names.
Fantastic.
Yeah.
Right, okay, so dangles would be on here, and on here we're going to put some of those Ametrine rounds. Right. So I've pre-threaded on, I think it's, is it 9 or 10?
Yeah.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11.
Oh,
and that
11.
just fits 9, 10,
Just
11.
like me.
Yeah,
I think
just
I put 8
pick
on 17.
Yeah, just pick a random number.
Yeah. Actually, the good thing is you can, with designs like this, just go with what looks good. And you're doing the top row with those now. And you're stitching them on with either cotton and thread or Eslon thread. You've got a bit of Eslon thread,
Eslon thread. It's really good stuff, this. I've
Did
not
that
used
come with
it.
your kit as
No,
well?
it didn't. I
That's
had it already.
yours, is
yeah.
it? Okay.
But it's really good stuff. It reminds me of dental floss for some reason.
It's because of the way
it's
it
flat.
comes. It's because of the reel. If you
Because of
open
the
up
reel.
dental floss,
That's
what
right.
it looks like.
And also because it's slightly flat. So normal sewing thread is round. But this is great stuff. Really
Yeah,
impressed
it is
with
good, isn't it?
Excellent. I can see why people use it for the
Yeah.
soutache.
And it's very strong.
Extremely. And it doesn't really fray either.
Here we go. So you're in and out,
So I'm just... Oh no, I've just lost them all.
Ah, no.
The adventures of live TV. This is what happens.
Silly beads. Of course, at home you will... what would I do? Would I put it on at this point through the needle? Yeah? Then they can't fall off. That's it.
That would be easier.
We'll do that.
Yeah,
we'll
because
do
it
that
just
at
felt...
home. I'll tell you what we're doing, Maggie. We're making everyone's mistakes for them so that they don't have to do them at home.
Yeah.
There we go.
Yeah.
We did that on purpose.
Of course.
Yeah.
Yeah. Because I think
Absolutely.
when you see when things are done wrongly, I think you learn just as much as when things are
I think
done
you'll learn
correctly.
more. I think you'll learn more.
You could well be right.
Yeah. This is why I'm a great mother. I do everything wrong and they see it.
But I think it's important to teach kids that it's okay to make mistakes. Because if you do things perfectly every time, then you might not learn as much.
Yeah, well, actually, well, kids aren't perfect. We all know that. They soon remind us they're not every day, don't they? Yeah, you're right.
Right, so what
Although I am 3 times champion of the mothers race at...
Are you?
Yeah.
Ooh.
I'm very competitive with things like that, Maggie.
I wouldn't be.
I'm not ashamed to get my elbows out if I have to. There is one mother that's faster than me. Not so quick with her elbows, though. Terrible.
Has that happened already, or does that happen in a few months' time?
Sorry?
Sports day at school, is that a few months off?
June. Oh, it's this month. I think.
month? Right.
End of June for my son, I think. I have to have a look.
So what I've done is I've attached the beads at either end on a piece of thread, and the piece of thread is on there to so that they stay all straight. If you just sewed them onto the ribbon, they're likely to go all over the place.
They're higgledy. Now Maggie's using everything that's in your kit, which is the Amazonite, the Poppy Crackle quartz, beautiful rose quartz, real pearls, and you've got that stunning, stunning ribbon as well, Shibori ribbon, 2 lots of that. And Dan has decided that he is going to bring the price down for you. Perhaps it's the first time you bought a kit with Shibori ribbon in it, you're going to absolutely love it. I know I've fallen in love with it. We've gone down to $26.95. If you bought $29.95, please don't panic, because everybody will always pay the final low price. We never actually take anything from your card until we ship out your order. So for that price tag, you are getting 4 strands. You're getting the gorgeous ribbon. I've got the ribbon here. And the ribbon only been seen once before on the birthday show, sold out, back in stock. These are the Shibori. Oh, thank you. Are these the
That's
colours
the
we've got here?
remainders,
Yeah.
yeah. So
Here they are. Oh, that must have come
there's a
from
lot
there
in
then.
this kit.
There's that gorgeous, oh my gosh, it did go a long way then. Shibori ribbon as well. £26 and 95 pence. XTGC96 is your item code. Use your debit card or your credit card to shop with us here at JewelleryMaker and receive a 30-day No questions asked, money back guarantee. Oh, you got the wire as well, by the way. Maggie's used findings. What did I do with that little organza bag that I had the code from? Oh, it's in my hand. WAAZ24 is the code for the findings that Maggie has used with this kit as well. Right, what are you up to,
So
Mrs.?
what I'm doing is, if you're doing this in embroidery, you'd call it couching or couching.
Couching.
Something like that. I'm not sure how you pronounce it. Spell it couching, like settee, that kind of couch.
That's Welsh for cuddling, is it?
Is it?
Couching. Oh, I like that. I like
So-
that word.
I'm sewing between the beads, so this little loop is going to go on the thread, not in the bead itself. Yeah, and that holds it in place much easier than trying to sew it onto the bead. Yeah. You might need to spend a little bit of time doing this, but it's a pretty quick, pretty easy method. And then taking the needle back through the bead. So that just makes it a little bit more secure.
There we go. Can we put that like that? If we put it up so that Kaz can see there, that'd be grand.
Right. So carrying on in this way towards the end. Okay. So I'm going to leave it there so I can move on to the next bit for you. And the next bit is to try and hold it all straight. So I've put a little bit of wire in.
And that's the 0.8 that came with the kit.
This is
that you
the
put
0.8
in.
that came with the kit, yep. Let me just see how much wire I need for this. 16.5 centimetres of wire.
Very precise.
Exactly, you have to be. You can make it longer, you can make it a little bit less. 16.5. I'm not quite sure how I arrived at something as exact as 16.5.
I like that you did.
But I did. So straighten it out a little bit.
Will you say centimetres then, Maggie?
Did I say centimetres or
Yeah.
inches? I meant centimetres.
I
on this
think you said
occasion.
centimetres, I was just
That makes a
double-checking.
change. That makes a change. Normally I get them all mixed up.
So do I.
And then I get them mixed up with millimetres as well. Millimetres and centimetres.
Oh, I can't, I know. Don't even get me anything mathematical and you've lost me. So now you're going to put your wire through
So
there.
I'm going to put the
Keeps
wire.
them in a line.
Keeping through all those beads, keeps it in a line. So obviously there's quite a generously sized hole here in the beads. And there'll just be a little bit of play, so that gives you enough space to play around and get those through. Yep, there we go, that went really easily. So you've now got your wire. And all I did then was spiral it at the ends to keep it in place.
So just a basic loop that you're doing there.
So that's just a basic loop to start your spiral off. Have we got some?
Should have some flatties. There we go.
I'm using the wire jawed pliers just because they're
Are they easier to use or just to protect the wire?
protect the wire. But for some reason they're taking a bit longer to do. Right, okay.
Grab them with the chain nosers. There we are.
I'm having no success with this today at all.
There we are.
Oh, that's it started off now.
It's getting the grip of it. There we go. So just bringing that around and around to make a nice spiral.
A nicer one than this, please.
Sometimes
yeah.
I use my fingers though when it
Do
gets to
you?
that point. Yeah, 'cause it's easier to grip. I do sometimes. Do you not ever with a spiral?
Never have done, no.
It's easy.
It might be worthwhile trying
yeah,
it.
it is.
But I'm not going to try it now because
No, it's the worst time to try it when you're
under
live on
studio
air.
lights, absolutely. So you do that at both sides.
Mm-hmm.
Yep. So it's going to end up with a little spiral on either side just to finish the wire off.
And stop the beads from escaping anywhere.
Good point. Yes.
Practical and decorative.
Well, I think if you can get things both practical and decorative, it's a nice way of doing them.
Definitely.
At this point, I then put in 2 jump rings. Thank you.
You've got them out for
I'm
yourself
so
ready.
yeah, I'm so organised. I've forgotten
Your
that
past
bit.
self had already prepared. I like it when that happens. Are these closed jump rings or open?
They're open junk rings, but they're nice. The ones out the kit, obviously. You know, out the findings
you had
kit.
in your findings pack. Now we didn't know that you'd got that. In fact, it's snuck in there. Somebody liked you that day and thought, oh, I'll give Maggie that as well. But they forgot to tell us. If you go on our website, you can get the findings that Maggie is using. WAA Z24. We have got a photograph of them for you. WAA Z24. And you get 115 findings. Not sure the price tag on the web for those at the moment. XTG C96 is the item code for the kit, which includes everything but the findings. You've got 4 strands of gemstones, you've got the Shibori ribbon, and you've got 10 meters of 0.8 copper wire as well.
Open jump ring and pop it in the corner here. So it's sort of nestling behind the coil that you already made earlier. And you do that on both sides, and that then gives you the finding to hang the chain from. Yep, and here.
Ah, so that's why you didn't spiral that. Oh no, you could have spiraled that end.
I would eventually spiral that end. Yep. So if I can turn it round.
So it's just the one in
the one in the corner.
Yeah.
It'll be held in place by the fact that you've stitched round about it.
Okay.
If I'd carried on stitching to the end, that would be held in place. And then it's kind of hidden to a certain extent by the wire coil. Yeah. So that's the kind of makings of how that's going to work together.
Okay.
And then you'd sew the pearls on afterwards as well. So the pearls will be sewn along the line, along the diagonal line.
Okay, in the same way that you did the Ametrine.
Yeah. So that's that bit.
Okay.
Right.
So we've then done the frame. We've got the dangles on because we started off with the dangles. Now you've done like a gizmo coil in between the dangles.
No, what I've done is I've used 0.4 wire that I already had.
Okay.
So I've used that from my stash, and that's to prevent them sliding around and
it keeps them in position, doesn't it?
So it's not gizmed, it's just wrapped around.
Okay, so freehand wrapping. Yeah. Then we've got the other elements, which is your rosary chain and your little boingy boingy chain here. With the rose quartz, and I like this because look at the way Mag has actually put the rose quartz out, flattened it. Now the rondelles come, well, as rondelles stack like plates normally on a strand. We've got the flattening there. Now after the break we're going to come back to the demo for this. So don't go anywhere, we'll be back right after this.
Get involved with JewelleryMaker by sending the studio a message during our live hours. You can send a text to 60777 and start your message with JM Studio, or alternatively, go to our website and click on Watch the Live Show, simply type your message into the box and press send. Make sure you stay tuned in case your message is read out. Get interactive with JewelleryMaker.
The fastest way to shop with JewelleryMaker is by going to our website. Just click on the sign up button. Once you've filled in the required details, you can start shopping. You can watch the show by clicking the Watch Live button on the front page. You can also use our Refine tool and narrow down your search. Once you've found an item that you like, just simply click on the Buy Now button and the item will be added to your basket. Don't forget you can add as many items to your basket per day and still only pay 1 P&P. Enjoy shopping with JewelleryMaker.
Are you new to jewellery making? Then tune in to our Designer Inspiration Show every day between 1 and 5 for our new 2 sections. We'll help you get started and give you all the knowledge and inspiration you need. Also, we'll be introducing you to a new medium every day. Whether you're a beginner or intermediate, we've got everything you need to get you started with a new hobby. The Designer Inspiration Show, only on JewelleryMaker.
Owning a strand of genuine gemstones is always exciting, but being able to use it in your handcrafted jewellery, then passing it on to its new owner with proof of its authenticity is even more incredible. Why not add one of our printed authenticity cards to your order for just 50p and share that same feeling with your customers? You can also access online authenticity certificates for items you have previously ordered by looking at your order history on your account details. The certificate gives you valuable information about your purchase and is your guarantee of quality and peace of mind from the Genuine Gemstone Company. Do you need a helping hand to get started with JewelleryMaker? Are you stuck for ideas and need inspiration? Then visit our JewelleryMaker website, where you can find our video tutorials. Expand your knowledge and skills with these easy-to-follow jewellery making demonstrations. Whether you're a beginner, hobbyist, or business owner, there's always something new to learn. It couldn't be easier. Simply click and learn some new jewellery making techniques.
Welcome back. Wonderful to have you company. If you've got any questions for Maggie whatsoever, we want to hear from them. Maggie, when did you first start jewellery making?
I started about 5 or 6 years ago. My background's in design anyway, in textile design, and so I'd always done something designy and quite sewing-y inspired also, or focused sewing-y, stitchery.
Seems stressy.
Something like that, yeah. So I designed textiles in industry for a while, then I went into teaching.
And secondary school teaching or college?
No, post-compulsory, 18 and above.
Oh, so they actually want to be there.
So they want to be there, which makes a big difference, I think, yes. But what I wanted to do was I wanted to get something that I could feel that I could be creative at.
Yeah.
And so by chance I was going to a craft fair and I thought, I'll see what's on this craft fair. Picked up in jewellery making and that's it. It's kind of been a bit of a change for me.
Oh, I love it. And you've never looked back?
I don't think so, no. I've just kept on going and it's great.
It's so enjoyable, isn't it?
It's lovely. You can work with colours, you work with textures, you work with proportion, you work with all those kind
different
of
mediums.
design
That's
elements.
a great thing,
and the
isn't
mediums
it?
are fantastic. If you were to do a class with kids at school and talk about beads and jewellery, etc., I think you've got so many elements in there.
Yeah.
You've got the different materials that are used, plastic and glass, and of course proper gemstones, where they come from. It's a whole educational experience.
It is, actually. And it's funny because most of my son's projects at school, I can say, I can give you a gemstone from that era.
Right.
Look, I've got like lapis lazuli, I did a poster on it with the Egyptians and things. That's really strange, isn't it? What you can, and there was another one I gave him, I can't remember what it was, fossil jasper I'd given him to take him when they were doing a backfall. You know, it's really interesting, not only for us adults, but for the small children too.
I think
it
so.
is. I'm a big child, those are small ones. Now I've got some beautiful ribbon to give to you now. A lot of you have been asking for the ribbon. I know that you can't get those findings and we're really sorry. We went to a break to see whether we could enable them for you and we can't at the moment. Do keep trying. Have a look because we've got, I love this colour like a sunset.
It's like shot silk, isn't it? You know, the sort of colour change in it.
Look at that. It's got like a paprika tone too when you do that, hasn't it? Give it a bit of, ooh. Oh, I do like that. That's gorgeous. Then I'm going to give to you really light purple, but it's almost got like a pink. Again, bit fairy wing. What do you reckon? Then you've got, look at this deep purple with gold. Now that, oh yeah, love a bit of that. And then I'm going to give you a pink. Now each one's a metre. And you've got 4 metres, of course, in total with these 4 colours. Here they all are. Aren't they gorgeous?
They're beautiful, aren't they?
And don't they look lovely together? Indian summer colours, aren't they? Really pretty. NSG C02, Shibori silk, easy to cut.
Very easy to cut, dead simple to cut.
I'm noticing it's not fraying so much.
I don't know whether it's been treated on the edge. I'm trying to work out just along this edge here. I think it might have been a little bit of heat treatment to seal it in place.
It's lovely, isn't it? This is more sophisticated than our usual organza ribbon, isn't it, Maggie? I think this is it's going to give you a little bit more luxury.
It is definitely. Oh, it's far more luxurious than the organza, yeah. And it's wider, so you can do a lot more with it.
Yeah.
So you can cut it and shape it into different shapes, as well as the more simple stuff I might have done with it. So you can use it like a textile, almost like a fabric, as well as like a ribbon. And it cuts well. It cuts lengthways well.
Cuts beautifully.
Because I was playing with it when I was playing with it.
So you're doing width and length when you're cutting, can you?
Yeah, you can do both. I've just got a teensy weeny wee pair of nail scissors here, but they work. And so if you cut them up in tiny little small strips, you can then get tiny little ribbons and you can put them through things.
I do love this. I really love that we got something really new. You've only seen it in the birthday show before. It's only £7.80 for 4 metres. much more luxurious than your regular organza ribbon. Of course, about 4 times the thickness, £7.80. Loads of you in for this one. A free phone number, 0800 644 655, a 30-day money-back guarantee. And of course, you can use your debit card or your credit card when you're shopping. You've got one P&P all day long, nothing whatsoever to worry about. You can always send it back. Let me see your names on my screen. NSG C02 is your item code. Shibori 4-pack. Shibori ball pack, I said, instead of Shibori 4-pack. What's wrong with me? Gina in Ontario, hello. Norma, Margaret, Patricia, Zoe in Bedfordshire, Terry, Andrea, Sandra, I've got Marjorie, I've got Rachel in Norfolk Sport too, Anita, Francis, Parveen, Sue, Gillian, Cecilia, Susan, Sue, Catherine, Glenda and Samina, hello. Terry's got his. I have got June in Essex, 2 for you. Never one to just buy one, June. NSGC02, £6.80. Great price tag. And you can use this not just for your jewellery making projects. I actually think you can use this in your scrapbooking.
Yep.
You can use this in loads. Well, of course, if you're sewing, and this would look lovely sewn into a cushion in one way or another, wouldn't it?
I think it'd be absolutely fabulous for things like gift wrap as well.
Yes, yes. Beautiful
as
ribbons, yes.
As you say, it's even as taking it, making a cushion and sewing it straight across, using it for ties in a cushion, there's cushion ties.
Yes.
With ties, you can get fantastic for that. As you say, it's not fraying.
It's very pretty, very decorative. I'm thinking, if you've got a lovely room that's very luxurious, our guest room seems to get all my flouncy stuff. I call it my flouncy stuff because, of course, the other half doesn't want it too flouncy in our room. So I'm much more. Yeah, it's all. He wants it like a blinking hotel, where I prefer it like nice and girly
and more feminine and more homely.
Yeah. He only allows cushions that come in symmetry. Do you know that?
Really?
Where I come from,
I prefer asymmetry. I prefer it being.
No, so do I, jumbled up and look all comfy and cosy. No, he likes it like a hotel, where
so
everything's
exactly placed.
3 cushions of this colour, then 2 of this, then the 1. That's how they go.
But they all end up on the floor anyway, don't they?
Well, I know it. Anyway. £6.80. NSG. Keep it interactive with us. I want to know how you started your jewellery making, how I explain leprechauns to a small child, and how does your other half make you put your cushions on the bed. 60777 JM Studio. Now's the time for outing all the annoying things they do. But a lot of wedding anniversary texts. What about your mum and dad? Do they ever argue, or have they gone through 30 years argue-free, Danny?
No, they don't have any massive arguments.
Bit of door slamming now and then, and fine.
Yeah, just French swear words.
French swear words. Ooh la la, Danny. Does it mean doesn't it count if they say it in French? No, doesn't count because they're in England, you see.
Ah, that's a good point. Yes.
Yeah. So you wait till I go to France in August.
Are you going to France? Is that your holidays?
Yeah, we're going. We do it every year. We go on the Griswolds. Did you ever watch National Lampoons? That's basically us. In a great big wagon, all the kids, 5 of us there is in our family, so we go from Calais all the way to the south of France. Takes forever. and there is always, well, it's me, isn't it? There's always a drama on the way. Didn't know about the toll roads last time. The traffic jam we caused, then you can't go back. Oh no, you can't go back. Anyway, no, there is always a drama, but it's fun. We enjoy it. Good when you get there. But yeah, are you going on holiday?
Probably in this country. I think we'll stay in this country this year.
Oh, will you?
Yeah, because I can't be bothered with airports and things.
I can
probably go up to the lake somewhere, and it's kind of nearby. So.
Lake District. Yeah, I've never been there. Is it worth it?
Oh, it's amazing.
I want to go because everyone
says.
And
it doesn't rain all the time. It doesn't rain all the time. Sometimes it's quite dry.
I might go there one day.
It's nice.
Should we get on with it? Shall we? Should we get on with the show?
I think maybe we'd better.
Oh, hang on. We won't
just
bother.
Saying, look. This looks really well with those orangey pinky tones.
Coppers, yes it does. Look at that. Tracy's texting, "Hi dearest Jenny, hello my darling Tracy of Suffolk. Sky and Bracken, Sky and Bracken, the Westies, they are Westies, aren't they? Let's see. Oh, watching you again. 2 little tails wagging furiously. They want to meet you. Me too. I want to look after them when you go on holiday, Tracy. Thank you, Tracy. You're fabulous. I'm calling Sky and Bracken. Sky, Bracken. Sit. Waggy tails. Waggy tails. There you go. I love, no, I'm not. Oh, my friend's a dog trainer. She trains gun dogs. And do you know what her dog does? It takes the washing out of the washing machine.
No.
Yeah, it's amazing. And the other day, this was bad. She told it, she said, sit, and went in the house, forgot about it. 4 hours later, he's still there. She felt terrible. My friend Danielle, she was like, oh, baby. She forgot because she went to do the housework. Still there. What a dog. What a dog. Sissy says, Jenny, I love enjoying watching you on Jewellery Maker so much that I have to hook up in my bath so I can watch you while I'm getting ready for the day. Because of course it's the morning.
Over in States, yeah, or in some parts of the States, yeah.
Oh, I bet she's got one of them great big round baths. Because they do in America. It's like Dallas, isn't it? Of course, everywhere.
Oh, everywhere. Everywhere, absolutely, yeah.
Anita in Merseyside, hi Jenny, I'm not allowed cushions in the bed. Apparently they're dust hoarders. Aren't men weird? They're so weird. They are.
Well, they can be, yes.
They can be. They think we're weird.
Well, that's true, yeah.
We're all so lovely. They're all so lovely, men. But weird. No.
They can't help it. It's just in their genes.
No, I know. God love them. You got to love them. Crazy thing.
Right, where was I? What was I doing? I was just playing around cutting up. When I was making this kit the other night, I discovered that if you put little bits of ribbon in, it looks quite sweet on a chain.
Yes,
but it didn't work in this design for me.
Get little purses out of this, I've just thought. Little kids' purses. My daughter loves a little change purse.
Really?
Yeah.
Oh, how sweet.
I know, I like doing things. Do you remember doing that when you were little? I used to make purses out of everything and put a
exactly.
button on the front.
That's right.
Easiest thing you could make, a purse, isn't it?
Mm.
Oh, made one of them in ages.
Another thing I was thinking, I did some pleating on the show I was on last week, so you can take this ribbon and kind of pleat it into shapes as well.
Oh yeah.
So there's a lot can be done with it. So
yeah, I like that. You can, I mean, there's loads. Anything that you can do. You can take inspiration from so much with this kind of medium because it can be more towards your textiles and things like that, or it can be jewellery making, and you can really mix your mediums here. It's perfect for that. So where are we going on? Where are we going on
where were we up
have
to?
a look. There you go.
I was going to do the pink bits, wasn't I? The rose quartz wheels.
Yeah, now you flatten those out, which I really like.
Yeah, you can obviously use them in two ways, but in this this particular one I decided to use them as flat rather than using them as end-on, as it were. Yeah. You see more of them, so you get better, I think you get better value for them.
You see the face value of them, and I like what you've done there. It's created a nice look.
So, very simple. This is using a double strand, so it's based on the ladder weave. You know, the ladder threading?
Yeah. Actually, that ladder weave is in your booklet that you get with your first ever order. You know, you get a load of free goodies with your first order. It teaches you how to do the ladder weave on the DVD and in the book. So don't worry if you're thinking, I don't know how to do a ladder weave, it's all in there. Go and refer to your free book and DVD. If you've lost it, just ring us. They're quite good, our call centre, at sending you another one.
They're great, they're really good, the call centre.
As you can imagine, I lose things. I lost my phone this morning. That's what happened to me. There's always a drama. And a horrible man, tried to go out of his car and shouted at me for no reason.
Where did you
there
lose
was a reason, actually. That's a lie. Well, this is the reason. So this is me. I'm in my car, and I indicate left, and I go left.
That sounds fine. Logical.
His right of way is blocked by someone who's parked on 2 double yellow lines, and he wanted to come around, but it was round a bend. I'd never known he was there. So he had a right old paddy. Got out of his car and went, ah! First he went on his engine, and I went, are you losing your temper? What's the matter? Why are you losing your temper at me? And that got him really angry. And I said, you need to calm down. I don't think it's really worth shouting at me. And then I said, why don't you get cross with the person who's blocked your right of way? What have you got to shout at me for? And he went, swear word, late for work. And I said, well, I feel sorry for your wife. That made him angry.
I bet it did.
Really angry. Well, he was horrid. What's wrong with getting off?
Because,
God, calm yourself down. What if there was a real tragedy?
Well, precisely.
Well, he didn't half shout at me. Anyway, I was only going back that way because I'd laddered my tights at the yard, putting the horse out, and I was in this outfit. Then I realised I didn't have my phone, and I lost it. Do you know where I found it? And this is curious.
Don't tell me.
I had to go back home.
All right, so look, it wasn't lost at the yard then?
No, and I put it on silent because my partner's mum texted me from Cyprus at 4:30 this morning. Something random. It's 2 hours ahead there. And so I put it on silent, so I couldn't ring it. bottom of the wash basket. I found it.
Oh, thank goodness it wasn't the washing machine.
But what was it doing in the wash basket? I think I must have got changed in the utility room this morning. I often do that because that's where the clean clothes are.
Right.
You see? I go, oh God, I can't be bothered to go in my wardrobe, it's dark, I get up really early. So I go into the utility room and hope that there's a dress in there. Today it was this. So I must have dropped it in the wash basket. What a funny thing. And I thought, well, it's a good job I looked in there.
Could be worse, it could have been dropped in the muck heap at the yard.
Yeah, that would have been worse.
I'm trying to cheer you up.
That wouldn't have been the first time I'd have had to go in that muck heap to retrieve anything either. They were nice earrings, I had to get in there. My Mark Smithers, lost them to a muck heap once, leaning over. Got them back though, mind.
Well, that's important.
Well, now I think they're my lucky earrings, you see, because I found them again. Anyhow, on that lovely note, so that's what happened to me this morning. What happened to you this morning? Why can't I have a normal morning? Is that just because I'm a parent?
I don't know. I don't have kids, so I don't know.
Oh, do you have normal mornings?
I don't know, because it's kind of normal for me. But it might not be normal for anyone else.
But like,
do you know what
crazy
I mean?
Things don't happen to you?
Not all the time, no, just occasionally.
Okay, I'll allow that. Have you had a crazy morning? Text us in. What are you doing there,
Oh, sorry,
Magalito?
I'm messing away here. Right, so I'm putting together this kind of this method of wiring up the wheels to give a sort of chain.
Mm-hmm.
So it's 2 threads, as you can see, and it's going in each side of the bead. Yeah?
Yeah.
I'm just trying to even up a little bit, there we go. Then I'm putting one of those little
I'm calling them
spacers,
but I sometimes think there could be bead caps, those as well, because you can move them.
Can you?
Well, they will manipulate around a bead. It's not the easiest manipulation, but it does happen.
Right, okay. I've just used them as spacers.
Yeah.
But I might have a try of that.
They're very pretty. Well, you've got to warm them up a bit, as you probably know.
That would make sense, yeah.
You know, just really give them a bit of a rub, and then they will bend round. Bit of a round-nosed player.
Then the 2 sets of wires again.
They're going in opposite ends.
They're going in opposite directions. Yep. When you get to the smaller wheels, you might need to use your reamer on them because the holes are a little bit smaller.
So use your reamer to pull it through?
No, use your reamer to make the hole a little bit bigger.
Sorry, to make the hole bigger?
Yeah.
Not pull it through. I was confusing reamer with round-nosed pliers then. Do you know that in my head? Silly brain.
Now this looks as if it's never going to straighten itself out, but it will, it will.
There we are. So you actually, hey, how silky is that beading thread as well?
It's good, isn't it?
Now, did you get beading thread in your kit too?
No, I used this from stash at home.
You used that from your stash at home. Beading thread is available on our website. Go check it out. It's at allthews.jewellerymaker.com.
So just manoeuvring it around so it's going to stay end on. There we go. And back onto those again. Now, I had 10 of those. And so I used 5 on each side. And then after that, I used the wire and coiled a gizmo, or gizmo to coil, or whatever you want to call it. So I'll just do that in a second. That was close. That one. Because the rondelles are graduated, you obviously want to start with the larger ones first, I think, and then work your way towards the smaller ones.
Yeah, it makes sense. That
it does, doesn't it? And try to keep the tension the same on both, if you possibly can, as you're working along. Otherwise, you get something like that, and it's a little bit more tricky. So if you can try and keep the tension the same. Sometimes the wire, the beading thread kinks if you're not careful, so you need to try and. Yep. And then building it up like that. Yeah. So what I did was going on to the coil ones. So I coiled up some 0.8 on the gizmo, on the smaller mandrel.
Okay. The
original one. Yeah. And then cut it into individual links. I tried to make them 4 or 5 coils long. So bent it over slightly, snipped it. Then what happens? You end up with a little bit of an end that's come out. You know, it's sort of sticking out a little bit. So you have to take your flush cutters, insert it into the coil. I'm going to put my finger over the top so it doesn't ping all over the place. And that gives you a nice, neat finish. Count along 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And then take some more off as well. Yep. So you need to make quite a few of those. Quite simple to make. You have a little production line going. Start off with a long coil. That's what was left after my complete coil. Then snip them up, and you can make your own little spacers. So that's quite a nice thing to do. I do like that 0.8.
And you'd have a lot of jump rings as well, isn't it? If
yes,
you
you've got little mini jump rings, yeah. So putting those on instead of having the beads, the spacer beads.
That's a nice different texture, doesn't it?
Yes, and if you could do that for all of them.
Yeah.
You don't have to use those spacers at all, so you could do that all the way through if you wanted. You could also, with the rose quartz wheels, you get those bugle beads, those glass bugle beads,
yes.
which they've used as spacers. So you've obviously got those as well.
Are you calling them?
Yeah, I think they're called bugle beads. Those
like
type.
Is a bugle an instrument? It is, isn't it? I vaguely remember my brother playing the bugle.
Is it sort of like a trumpet or something?
Yeah, a massive trumpet that does nothing but this.
Is it what they have in the army?
I don't know. I think it's bigger. I can't remember, but I do remember him having a bugle and it being the worst 2 weeks of my life.
Did he give up after 2 weeks?
Because he was practicing. He did give up quite soon, and then it was the guitar. It's still the guitar, but I used to wake up to the same tune over and over again, usually something Morrissey related, and he'd get it wrong and start from the beginning again.
Every time?
Every time.
Instead of
He'd be
just
like, John, shut up! That was me, age 7. Now, we got another text. Keep them coming. Anita says, hi ladies, can I please pick your brains? I've bought 2 meters of organza and need tips on how to cut it into strips with minimum fraying.
I guess that'll be the organza ribbon.
Yeah, she's saying organza rather than this one.
Yeah, so rather than that one. Okay. What I would do if you wanted to prevent it fraying is you can actually very, very quickly get a flame, like a tea light, for example, and very quickly just pass it through that flame.
Just go zhoop.
Just go really quickly, and that'll seal the edges.
What about scissor-wise? Should it be nice pinking shears, or?
It's still fray with pinking shears, because it's quite a loosely woven texture.
Okay, so it doesn't matter what you cut it with?
You could
stalk scissors, or?
Yeah, whatever you cut it with, it's still going to fray at some points, possibly.
Okay.
So I would either do that, seal it with a flame, got to be really quick, and have some water ready in case it goes.
After you've cut it, obviously, you seal it with a flame.
Yeah. Or you can, some haberdashery shops sell fabric glue. Just tiniest little smear on the end.
Okay.
Just the tiniest tiny little bit. Put it in a saucer, put it on or even the end of your finger. And just
our thread
drag it
zapper,
across.
would that work? Just thinking whether it has to go.
That is doing the same kind of thing.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm just thinking about the nib on the thread zapper.
I've got mine here.
Have you got yours there?
Yeah.
Would that work, thread zapper then?
Shall I? I'm not sure what I have in here. Is there any ribbon around?
Clear nail varnish will work, but the only thing about clear nail varnish is it gets absorbed by quite a lot of the ribbon, doesn't it? So you'll see quite a lot of it. You said a soldering iron. Somebody said a soldering iron.
Soldering iron could probably work as well because it's a similar along the same lines.
Thing is, thread zapper. You could use our thread zapper.
Have we got some ribbon kicking about?
We've always got something kicking about, probably ribbon. If I haven't stolen it all, I do. Yeah, there. Look. There
well
we go.
spotted.
Let's have a little blast on it, shall we? Let's have a little blast. So you're cutting. Are you cutting the edges, or are you cutting it in half? Can I see the text message again?
I'm assuming it's the edges, but I might be wrong.
I'm assuming edges. If edges, then the thread zapper definitely works. I don't know why I think you were cutting it in half. Yeah, it does work, 100%. You can put it inside and draw it down.
Put it inside?
Yeah, put the ribbon inside and draw it down. Inside the thingy, I think. You know, inside.
Oh, inside there?
Yeah. That's how.
Right. Okay, let's get this.
Now try drawing it through that way. That's it. Yeah, see there, it does work.
Whoa, brilliant.
Look, that's how I did it before.
That's fantastic, thank you.
Did I just teach you something?
You have done, yeah, that's great.
Look, go
Shall
through.
I do it again?
Watch, this is how I did it on a thread zapper. I don't tend to give tips out for things that burn because I'm really clumsy. I don't want you to. But this does work, watch.
Right. Are we okay? Mm-hmm. So put it on, a little puff of smoke, then you know it's heated up. You can see it's gone red. Just put it through.
Yeah, that's a. There you go. Thread zapper's good.
But don't touch it with your fingers immediately afterwards because it's hot.
Yeah.
That is fabulous. Whoa, thank you.
Cut it into strips with minimum height. Yeah, I think that's a good way. And see, I knew without remembering. This is the thing I do all the time.
That's fantastic.
Or a flame, something like that, Anita. I hope that helps. If we didn't get it right that time, please send back your text message.
That's great.
Okay, we got some more text messages, have we? Just one's telling us we're bananas, I think. Deborah in Essex. Weirdest morning, arrived at work and nearly flattened by a burly banker in pursuit of small grey squirrel across reception. I love it. That's brilliant. It does sound like a cartoon. Catch the squirrel, catch the squirrel. I like that. That's hilarious.
Oh, that's fantastic.
We have black squirrels where I'm from, which
I've
I've
heard
never
of black
seen
squirrels.
before.
Probably saw them in Countryfile or something. I've heard of them.
I never knew they existed. We moved to Hertfordshire, black squirrels. Still no trace of the gingers. Listen to what happened to me, not yesterday, the day before.
Go on.
Broad daylight.
Yeah.
Driving along, out comes a fox with a rabbit in his mouth, stood, looked at me like, what are you doing? And then just carried on like that. I was like, it's daylight.
I suppose he must be around in daylight sometimes.
Wow. I was shocked and appalled.
Was the rabbit deceased?
Oh, the rabbit was going to be fed to cubs by the looks.
Right, so it was fodder.
Yeah, by the look. Yeah, the rabbit had it.
Oh.
Yeah. It's nature though, isn't it?
It is, absolutely, but
it's horrible.
Then again, it's just the way things are, yeah.
Yeah. Well, if you're a fan of Fantastic Mr. Fox, then you're all for the fox after Boggis and Bunce and Bean, one short, one fat, one lean. You've not read that? You've read that book. Kaz knows what I'm on about.
Kaz knows it, yeah.
I'm a massive Roald Dahl fan when I was little. I have seen the film. Danny says it's tele-VR. So we're continuing on with Maggie and not with Fantastic Mr. Fox. I always like Fantastic Mr. Fox because the way he treated his wife.
Oh, I'm lost completely here.
I know. Well, try being me. Now, so you got the rosary links. You've done the boinky boinkies.
Right, I'll just carry on with the rosary links here.
So we're doing the rosary links. Talk me through how if I've never done a rosary link before, what would I do?
Right, okay, I've used it on the rounds, and the rounds are fairly regular in size, so it's quite easy to do. You know how you said earlier that when you're a beginner, rounds are really good to start with?
Oh, they're the perfect thing. And I think they're our bread and butter.
Absolutely. I think they can be used for so many things.
Yeah.
They're brilliant for doing chains like this.
So do you do all your little links individually and then link them up afterwards?
Oh, it depends what I feel like. So sometimes...
Depends what mood you're in. Is it a wrap link you do? Or is it
no, I'm just doing just an ordinary,
probably the easiest one, isn't it?
So those are 23 millimetres, that's 2.3 centimetres, just under an inch.
Okay.
Incredibly precise, yeah.
Is that because that's exactly how much you got the perfect link with?
I think so, yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. So I'm using this pair of pliers here that I've got a kind of a grippy tool on there, a grippy bit on here.
Okay.
And letting it protrude about a millimetre and then twisting it back in itself. Yeah.
If I haven't got those, what do I use?
Use round nose pliers instead. Sorry, chain nose pliers instead.
Yeah.
Your best marking on at which point on your pliers, make a mark for where you want to bend it over.
Yeah, I always think that's a good idea. If you do make a little mark on your and any tools that you're using, if you want to do a repeat design, you can use a jig for something that you want exactly to perfection. And we do have the metal jig with the little pegs. Yeah. That'll make a good link as well.
The reason I do it on this is because it's one tool, so I can just pick it up and put it
exactly.
and keep it. Then, again, because I know approximately where I want to be, I want to be towards the end there, so I'm taking it 2 or 3 millimetres in, and that should just give me a perfect turned loop. Yep. So that's how that one turns out. And those are loads that I did earlier as well. So what I'd then do is I'd then pop the bead on the top, bend this over at a 45-degree angle, and that's a little bit long, I think, so I'm just going to snip it back a bit. And again, make another loop. So construct a number of those together. You can put jump rings in between them. For this particular one I didn't, I just made them plain.
I just open the link and pop
and just open the link, sort of open the door.
As you would a jump ring.
So, pardon?
As you would a jump ring.
Yes, so you open it as you said, like you would a jump ring. So I was about to say open door policy. I don't think that's what I meant to say.
The open door policy, where you just come in any time. That's my house.
And
okay,
then
so just rosary linking like that.
just rosary linking like that, and I did that for about, I think it was at 12 beads.
11.
11.
One off. Nearly.
Nearly.
Let you off. Then putting it all together with some chain.
Yeah, then used some chain and put it together and used it with a toggle clasp at the end. And the two links are slightly different lengths, just to give a little bit of drape on it as well. And that's it. So lots of little bits of components, little bits of techniques on there, but all sort of adding together to hopefully bring this complete thing together.
Perfect. $26.95 for the entire kit. Now don't go anywhere, because after the break we are going to be having some more strands. We are going to be having again, of course, with Maggie. XTGC96 is your item code. 0800 644 655 is the number to be. Oh, we're going to go across. Okay, hang on. I've got to just sort out the thing in my ear, haven't I? Just so you know. Now, let me give to you number 7. Wait there you go. I've got some rounds for you. Have a look. You have got some beautiful, beautiful rounds. All different sizes as well. And I love the pattern of the greens in the middle. RAGC56 is your item code. $150 carats in the fruity green and white, which are just gorgeous. Look at that, the fruity green and white, really pretty. And those are a pretty new concept here, aren't they? I've only seen them a couple of times. I'm not sure if I've seen them in that size before. Or in that colour. I've seen the orange ones, that's what it is. We've seen the orange ones before. I love the grey agate plain rounds at 8mm. 160 carats, the blue agate plain rounds at 8mm as well. And the orange shell pearl rounds are 6mm. Orange South Sea shell plain rounds are 6mm as well. Hang on. So you've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Sorry, I just had to sort. I had something in my ear then, and it was driving me bananas. Just so you know, I'm all right now. Yeah. Tell you what, you don't listen to me, do you? Hey, men, that's what it is. No. Oh, he said he did listen to me, he just didn't want to do anything about it. That's nice, everybody. No. Have a look. I'm going to show you them individually. Now, if you bought your bead loom, and you all know I'm pretty loom obsessed, these are going to be such a fun element. Look how perfect they are for the summer. They remind me of, if you've ever peeled a lime and you get the pith, that's what it reminds me of. I do love a lime, especially if you pour over a nice measure of gin and a bit of tonic. And the blue reminds you of a Bombay blue sapphire, doesn't it? Gorgeous, absolutely beautiful. Is it the right time? Any time after 12, dear. Look at these colours. That's South Sea. Actually, I describe that more as yellow than orange, wouldn't you, when it's next to the other orange? But I suppose it is orange. Absolutely cool. Well, that's more of a tangerine, I suppose, and this is a nice orange, isn't it? These have got a lovely iridescence to them. And then I thought that was labradorite when I first saw the greys, because it's the kind of grey that you do get in a labradorite strand. Totally loomable. The perfect beginner's bundle, because rounds, like Maggie and I were just saying, your best friend in jewellery making. So versatile, so easy to use, so easy to rosary link, beady bead with, using soutache, use as stretchies. I mean, there's just so much you can do. RAGC56 is your item code. Great all-round 5 and a perfect stash builder for £15 and 75 pence. If you were buying on the web, but you're not, there's spiders in my ears, so we're taking the price tag down. to £9.95. Debit cards and credit cards are accepted here at JewelleryMaker. You can use either. And with your 30-day money-back guarantee, but the thing is, you know you're going to need them. And I love those. I love those lime greens. I think they're gorgeous. They're such a fabulous pattern, aren't they? I want to work with them now. Chartreuse wire. Beautiful. Be a really fun piece to make. I actually think it made stunning macrame bracelets, wouldn't they, as well? Gorgeous. Earrings, they'd be so fun. They've got personality. It's nice to have a different gemstone. It is nice sometimes just to do something a little bit jazzy, a little bit different. I think it cheers you up sometimes. It's more fun, isn't it? RAG C56, loads of you up for this one. Patricia, Nicola, Denise, Regita. I've got a jewellery maker in Bedfordshire, Merseyside, Yorkshire, Maureen and Peter and Helen at £9.95. Great price tag. How much is that each? 2, 4, 6, 8. That's £2 a strand. £2 a strand. I would have been able to hear Danny had I not had an ear full of spiders. £9.95. Christina Valerie, D in Lanarkshire. Tina, you've got yours. Nancy Nines in Tyneham where you've got yours as well. A 30-day money back guarantee, like I said, I would put some of these together. I would separate them. I'd definitely put these two together. That's really sunny. It's zesty, isn't it? It's tropical fruits. It's making me thirsty. Then these two together. These are lovely. Look at those together. They're gorgeous. Which shell did you do yesterday, darling? A mango. Oh, yeah, I know the mango shell. Yeah, gorgeous. I got to say, I've got a bit of a love affair with these. I think they're lovely. Aren't they lovely? Did you watch the film? Did you watch the programme of the Copacabana last night? That reminded me of that. Apparently people are going to stay there when the Brazil World Cup's on. It's Brazil, isn't it? Yeah. Yeah. Sorry. I get it. Oh, I get so much football in my ear all the time from my son. Says things like, Mummy, you know, blurdy blurder. And I'm like, no, it's a footballer. Yeah, you do. Ugh. I'm like, oh, okay, yeah, I do. I called him the other day David Rooney. That didn't go down very well. Oh, you look just like David Rooney. He went, you better mean David Beckham because I don't want to look like Wayne Rooney. 43 chances. You've got feet like Wayne Rooney. Now, do you know what? I feel like doing something a little bit fancy, if you don't mind. Should we do that? Can we do these? Thank you. Well, I'm doing them. When it comes out of a box, it's like Pretty Woman, isn't it? You know, where he slams the box, then it feels special. Have a look. Oh, you've got to put these together. 2 space bars, they're gorgeous, they're just beautiful. Green and yellow sapphire together as a bundle. We don't normally give you these together, which makes me curious as to what Danny is playing at. Could he be about to give you a crazy price tag for 2 very, very special gemstones? Well, I know they should be about £80 together, about £40 a strand, aren't they? They're beautiful, aren't they? Okay, so if you are a high-end jewellery maker, then you're in your element. This here is an absolute joy for me to even give to you. Do you know something? I think these kinds of strands make us feel a bit like jewellers, and it's almost like they're the untouchable. I think when I see strands like this as somebody that's going to make jewellery, if somebody gave them to me, I think, oh, I'm not good enough to work with strands like this, but you are. Do you know what? We can do it. Whereas in the past, something like this would have cost us £300 easily. They're available now. I'm pretty much thinking we're going to go under £100 for the 2 because I think you should be paying just near £80, isn't it? You should be paying exactly what? Is it about £80? £74.90. Well, actually, that's the price I thought we would have gone to, somewhere like that. So you're getting to, but let's just talk about why we would use these kinds of wonderful gemstones. You've got yellow sapphire, Green sapphire, you've got sapphire. You can get these valued. You can see the clarity here. So special. Gemstones like this belong in a high-end jeweller's. Gemstones like this can be found in a high-end jeweller's. You expect to see things like this at Tiffany & Co, don't you? Prada, Bulgari, high-end jewellers. You expect to see gemstones like this when you're going down Bond Street, when you're going into the Burlington Arcade. Don't expect to ever get the chance as a jewellery maker to own these firsthand and to create firsthand a beautiful piece of jewellery that you have decided to design on. Now for $74.90 you are getting extremely good value already. We're not going to leave it at that price tag for you. I would most certainly get these valued before you even turn this into jewellery. I would most certainly only ever use real silver or gold with this combination. And please know this, and this is a secret, I've probably already told it you because I found out about a week ago. I'm rubbish at keeping secrets. We are getting solid gold wire in, solid gold findings in. I don't know when it's on order. And do you know what? In anticipation for that, I would make sure I had gemstones to suit precious metal. This is a gemstone strand bundle that is most certainly for anyone who's creating high end. Something special for your best friend, for your dearest friend, for a relative, anyone that you really want to create something special for. It could be a commission for a bride that wants sapphire. And here it is, 15 carats in the yellow. 1 carat in a diamond or a sapphire is seen as a huge carat weight. Who does not want a 1 carat diamond ring or a 1 carat sapphire ring? It's a big carat weight. 15 carats in the yellow. 20 carats in the £49.90. This is for you if you are creating high-end. Like I said, we don't offer you the instalment payments like a lot of shopping channels. What we do offer you is a brilliant low price tag instead. And what else we offer you is the opportunity to use a credit card. Absolutely. But not only that, a lot of those shopping channels will only give you a 14-day leeway between receiving it. So if you happen to have a busy week and you don't get a chance to look, we give you 30 days, more than twice what most other shopping channels. Get it home, get it valued. You don't have to keep it, even if you get it valued. If you're not blown over by the price you get it valued at, then send it back, never a problem. Right now, we do have limited amounts. WLG C20, 15 carats in the yellow sapphire, 2x1 on an 18cm strand. The green sapphire rondelles are 2x1 to 3x2 on an 18cm strand. You're making a big saving here. Make sure you take advantage. Well done to everybody that has. Kerry in Worcestershire, Sharon in Aberdeenshire, anonymous jewellery maker. Well done. Anonymous multi-buyers buying 3. £49.95. Well done to everybody. Well done, Terry. Creating high-end luxury pieces. Please get them valued. They're gorgeous, aren't they? Don't forget they come boxed beautifully as well. Now, so they come all nicely packaged. I like a nice bit of packaging. Now, I'm going to give to you. Oh, we got seedy beads. Oh, we got tanzanite. Oh my gosh, what a treat. Let's do the seedy beadies. I love getting as many seed beads into my collection as I can because they're so blooming useful and they're so gorgeous. Now, quite a while ago now, probably, gosh, actually might even be a year ago now, I discovered that seedy beads actually help create some of the most amazing geometric beading I've ever seen. I never knew about geometric beading until I went into a shop in Hitchin and saw it, and I was absolutely blown away by it. I love geometric beading. Now, if you're really clever with bead weaving, then you're going to need these. If you watch Sarah Alvin this morning and you're a lunatic, then you're going to need these. They always remind me of sort of Native American pieces, Indian American pieces. You know what? I love little beads because they can be very classic, or they can be just one of these on a stretchy. Little bit of intricacy. You can make so much on the bead loom with these beady beads. They're perfect for soutache. They are perfect for so many different projects. Weaving with these, using these around a cabochon to make a halo around your cabochon. We need seed beads. Now, when I went into the bead shop in Hitchin and said to the lady, I asked her, do you do genuine gemstones, seed beads? And she said, no, I could never get them at a price tag that my customers could afford. And I didn't say anything actually. I thought, oh, I won't tell her. I should have. 2 mil CD beads in red agate. You've got 2 lots of red agate, one in pure red, one in the red and orange. You've got your black agate, your blue agate, and your smoky quartz as well. Should be, they're only $16.75 ordinarily, but we're not going to leave you there. These are genuine gemstone CD beads. We've only got 25. These will all sell out, I think. ZLG, C68. You need to get CD beads in your collection for your spacing out. Like I said, for your weaving. £9. You've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 strands. What's that a strand then? We're working it out. How much a strand? £1.50 a strand. You get 5 strands. That's £1.50. Sorry, I thought I said 6 as well. Let me just count. 1, 2, 3, 4. No, that's 1 strand. Sorry, you get 5 strands. 21 chances at £9. £1.80 per strand of genuine gemstone CD beads. They are not glass. They are not plastic. They are genuine gemstones. I love that blue, don't you? Do you do your geometric beading? Have you ever seen it? It's amazing. Have you seen that piece on Karen Crawford's webpage where she's done her Facebook page? Oh my gosh. Go and get some inspiration. These are great for tiaras and fascinators if you're doing some prom jewellery. Not got long now, July, isn't it? Most proms. £9. Some have already, oh, we've only got 2 left. These are going to sell out. You've got to be really, 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 really quick. A lot of you multi-buying on that. They're gone. Oh, I hope you didn't miss out. Now, let's go to Happily Ever Aqua. Where's that? There it is. Did you do that, Happily Ever Aqua? I like that, Danny. Well done. Have a look at these. Oh, aren't they gorgeous? Always remind me of mermaids, aquamarines. You don't just get this strand, but this is, if I'm honest with you, this is my favourite of the 2 strands you're going to get. The clarity is gorgeous, the facets are wonderful, the colour's perfect. I love them. Look at that. Then you've got the plain rondelles as well, which are so pretty. These are my favourites because of the twinkle, because of the sparkle. But look at that colour. You know when you go on holiday, isn't that the colour of the pool? Oh, unless you go to Weston-super-Mare. Absolutely love it. Aquamarine. What a special gemstone. March's birth gemstone. A gemstone that's said to remove fears of travel. It's said to be the St. Christopher of the gemstone world. So it's said to help with arachnophobia. Luckily, I don't suffer from that. Look at that. Absolutely stunning. Isn't it just? A gemstone that's said to reignite the flames of love and bind a marriage. A gemstone that if you go and see aquamarine in a high-end jeweller's, a high probability that you will see it surrounded by a halo of expensive diamonds. QLG C63, beautiful aquamarine. Faceted rondelles are 90 carats. Beautiful, aren't they? And you've got 85 carats in the plain rondelles. Gorgeous, colourful, harmonious together. Definitely beautiful with any morganite. All yours for one price tag. $23.90 on an ordinary day, which by the way isn't today. Today's a bit of a mad day. It's really not it's a Rumpelstiltskin of a day today. £17.90. Incredible price tag. Beautiful gemstones. The clarity is spot on. Linda, you've got yours. Louise, you've got yours. Angela and Arno, who always shops for gorgeous things. Anonymous in Merseyside, check out your basket. I don't want you missing out on this one. QLG C63 watercolour. And if it's your birth gemstone, you're so lucky. £17.90. Although it does go very well with my birth gemstone, the diamond. £17.90. Brilliant price tag, wonderful colour, phenomenal gemstone. It's got the fame, it's got all of that history behind it as well. It's said to be associated with Neptune. Men at sea would take pockets full of aquamarine, lucky them I say, and offer them to the gods in a storm in years gone by. Jeanette in Devon, you've got yours. Andrea Terry, I've got Anonymous in Bedfordshire and Merseyside. Loads of you loving this. I love all the myth and legend behind aquamarine. You can look up absolutely stacks of it, and I really like creating jewellery when I know it's got a meaning towards it. And I always think of a certain person when I think, oh yeah, they'd like that. It's lovely, isn't it? Have a look. Get it valued. It is genuine aquamarine, and both of these strands of gems have just, look at that colour. It's so natural looking. I love it. I think I would use it with silver or gold, you know, but always precious metal. Always. Loads of you there. £17.90. 800 644 655 is a free phone number if you're dialing from the UK landline. We got some text messages. Keep them coming. We love hearing from you. I love your interaction today. Make sure you do drop us a text. Let us know. Do you have a bonkers morning? Do you have squirrels in reception at work? Start your message with James Studio. Now you can do it for free on the website, allthews.jewellerymaker.com. Click on Watch Us Live and send a message to Studio. Louise in Cheshire says, bought the last 2mm beads and I was amazed. They are amazing. How can anyone drill these? I know. How can any, do you know what? How do they drill them? A seedy bead, tiny weeny seedy bead. There's only one thing for it, Banana Man. Let's go out there and find. They're making a film of Banana Man? Who's playing Eric? Are you sure you didn't dream that? Hi Maggie and Jenny. Glad to see you back, Jenny. Hope Mia is not too sore. Missed you yesterday. Thank you, Anonymous. I wish I knew what your name was. Mwah. She's fine. Well, she's fine. She's fine. She's also got really bad hay fever at the moment, so that's not really helping. I had to cover her in Vicks last night. Every time I touched her, she was going, ow, ow. Little lambkin. She's all right. She's still giving me a bit of lip, so she's not that bad. 17, she's still doing this. They get to 12 and they just make this new noise. I can't stand it. But I'm not going to say about that today because she's a brave one. She's a brave one. Well, if it was up to Mia, she'd have gone to school this morning because she's like that. She did not. I'm going to try and make her have a week off, but Mia likes school. I don't know, what is the matter with her? Do you know what I used to do when I was younger? Bite into soap to make myself sick so I didn't have to go to school. Yeah, and this is another trick for anyone who's watching. I used to put squash and then milk, right, instead of water. Have you ever tried that? Down it. Yeah, I'd have the day off for that as well. I used to also, I used to put a hot flannel on my forehead, tell my mum I had a temperature, and she'd go, oh yeah, go back to bed. Terrible. And I used to ring my friend Chuck, whose number I remember in my head still, who lived across, and I used to say, pretend to be ill tomorrow, because your mum's going to work, isn't she? You can come around my house, my mum will look after you, because my mum never used to go to work. Brilliant, it was, brilliant. I was a bad influence, but she never used to argue. She was never like, no. Sometimes, if we didn't have any soap or we'd run out of milk, I'm not going to tell you what I used to do, actually, because it's pretty gross. 17. Antoinette, what a beautiful name in Belfast. I thought we had an agreement that you were going to put the... I thought you were going to put the text message so I didn't have to look over there. No one wants to see my chin. Thank you. Was my birthday yesterday. I missed you. I'm glad Mira is on the mend. Love to all. Antoinette, everybody. Antoinette, Happy birthday! What day is it? What day is it? What day is it? Tuesday. It was your birthday yesterday. Technically, it goes on until Sunday. Because it wasn't at the weekend. Absolutely. We found out you drilled the CDB. Sissy, a little leprechaun drilled them. Yes, because it's just the right size for a leprechaun. It's true, Sissy. Oh dear. Now, oh, I love this because do you know what? This sodalite strand, do you remember when Gemma Crow kept doing stuff with the donuts and we couldn't get the ring? Do you remember the ring she made? Oh, it was amazing. Have a look. These donuts are ace and they're in lapis lazuli. So you've got to have them. Look at that. They remind me of the seaside because of all the colours. Keep having dreams about Norfolk as well. Ever since I went there for the first time. Look at, do you know what I like about these? They've got a very flat top. A lot of our donuts are still quite domed at the top. Now these are going to be good, I imagine, for soutache because they've got a nice edge to them. Give a different look to your soutache. These are going to also row up really nicely. I quite like these donuts when you put a weave of wire in between them. Now because of the hole, I would go probably about 0.4 in and out in gold, in a weave, in any outy basket weave. That'd be really nice. Obviously put a little bit of space in between them, but you could use your colour beading threads that look really, actually you could use your beading threads to make a nice weave. I like the idea of that. And then I'm going to give you Sodalite hearts. Your heart is so delightful, a Sodalite heart. No? Didn't like that? These are going to be perfect for cufflinks, earrings, great for pendants, and what a colour! Like Debbie Bolford says, Sodalite's a great one because it goes always with denim blue jeans. It's that denim blue gemstone, isn't it? GVG C61 is your item code. Evening Wonder is what this is called. £17.90 is what you should be paying. Use your debit card or your credit card. Heart-shaped gemstones, lovely flat O's, £14.95 for the two. So you're making a saving by buying them both together with a 30-day money-back guarantee. Get yourself done. You can make rings out of the O's. GVG C61, 170 carats in that Sodalite in the hearts and 180 in the lapis lazuli. Such an Egyptian gemstone. Now, how much I love my Egyptian looks. $14.90 as well. Let's look at that price tag because these are genuine gemstones. Lapis lazuli is generally actually mined in Afghanistan. The good, and it's very hard, as you can imagine, to actually get lapis lazuli. Is it one that you love, Maggie?
I do because of the blue colour. I like blue gemstones anyway, so I think both of those are lovely and they work well together.
Lovely colours in nature.
Yeah, yeah.
We're going to give you the Aquamarine as a challenge, says Danny. Sprung that one on you.
Hey, he has sprung that one on
It's
you.
like a little Springer Spaniel. I've been told the other day that I'm allowed a dog. Now, I'm very excited by this, but I come up with one brick wall, and I need your help, jewellery makers. I would like to rescue one, but I have children. Now, I like the idea of rescuing a dog, but is it a bad idea because I've got kids and I don't know the temperament? What do you think, jewellery makers? Should I go for a pup? Yeah, they can still bite, Mikey. Doesn't really matter what. Or should I just, you know, I don't know. Is it a good idea? I need your help. We've got a 6, a 9, and a 12-year-old. So let me know. What do you think? You like my, I like, because I trust my jewellery makers. I don't necessarily trust my own life's decisions. They get me in trouble, you see. You know, I did respect you for telling me not to allow the boy to have that haircut, but he overruled it. Can't resist that child. Now, yeah, so let me know. What do you think? Should I rescue one? And what kind of, it's got to be good with horses and children and crazy people like me.
There'll be several out there. There's loads out there.
Do you
that
think?
just
I
right.
would like to go and just go, I'm going to rescue you. It's
But-
me. I've come for you.
But at rescue places, they give you ideas about the temperament of the dogs, don't they?
Yes, but
and they
you
tell
say
you
that one of my past dogs got attacked by a rescue dog.
Oh.
But I don't want to let that put me off because I want to rescue.
Well, I think if you speak to the staff, then they'll be able to tell you about the dogs. But when I've looked around some of those kennels, they say things like no children under 5 or no homes with cats and things like that. So I guess they kind of know.
They've got to be good with owls, ducks and passing
cats. Owls?
Yeah, they don't really care about owls, do they, dogs?
I don't know.
Or woodpeckers.
Oh, woodpeckers. No, I'm sure
they don't care about that. They can't get them.
Dogs and horses, though. Dogs and horses are great. They always work together, don't they?
Not always.
No?
No, pugs can't see where they're going. We took the pugs down the yard. They were right underneath that horse.
Oh.
Yeah, they didn't know what was going on. There was a lot of hoof and pawing. Now, we will be back after a break where I'm relying on you to help me make a decision. Be right back after this.
Come and join guest designer Laura Binding on our intermediate wirework course. The aim of the course is to enhance your wirework skills and take your designs to the next level. You will learn more advanced weaving and binding techniques, which you can incorporate into your jewellery. The full course includes a selection of gauges of wire, a generous scoop of mixed gemstones, a copy of the Wirework Tutorial DVD Edition 3, a buffet-style lunch and refreshments, a tour of the studios and chance to meet the presenters, and a visit to our Gemstone Museum. All of this for just £79.95. To book your place, contact our call centre on 0800 644 655. Jewellery Maker, bringing out the designer in you.
Jewellery Maker course gift vouchers are now available. You can choose from a bronze, silver or gold voucher. Each voucher is worth a different amount that entitles you to put towards a course of your choice. For more information, contact our call centre on 0800 644 655. Here at the Genuine Gemstone Company, we are happy to announce that our studio store is now open. If you attend any of our courses, you can now browse through special items, get exclusive discounts and deals that you can't get at any other time. Become an exclusive customer at the studio store. For more information on available courses and dates, please contact our call centre. The new studio store. The experience just got better.
Rose quartz is just so pretty and feminine, so it's really easy to put it in jewellery. And another one like amethyst, you know, people recognise it, people know it. There's a lot of lovely myths and legends behind it as well. And I think you can put it in bridesmaids jewellery. If you mix it with colours like amazonite, it looks really pretty, really classic. I just think it makes soft, summery jewellery, and I like that about it.
Rose quartz is a gemstone which I love in equal measures, firstly because of its myth and legend, and also because of the way that it looks. The myth and legend of the gemstone, the fact that it's the gemstone of romance, of partnerships, the gemstones of friendships as well. The way that it looks, the quality that you can get from Jewellery Maker is superb. We seem to get that really, really fine balancing act of colour and clarity. We seem to get that mixture just right. It's a fantastic gem, and you can get it in some amazing carat weights as well.
Welcome back. You're watching Designer Inspiration with myself, Jenny Cleary, and the wonderful Maggie. And Maggie, there she is. She's lush. What have you got in your hand there, Max?
This is. I'm using this as a mandrel. It's a big fat knitting needle.
I love a knitting needle. I do like. I like.
Do you?
I'm not very good at knitting, but my mum and my gran used to be amazing, and it reminds me of snuggle times.
Aww.
She knitted everything for my kids when they were born. Now. We got a text, have we? Did you just say? Oh, good, thank you. Stella, Berkshire. Yes, rescue one, where the rescue centre knows the history of the dog rather than one which was lost. It's in their interest, to be honest, too. Yeah, I think I like the idea of that. What breed do I go for? I do like the idea of that. We have got a nice... I live in Letchworth. Where's my nearest one is my next question. Lynn, in Lancashire. The Dogs Trust are amazing. I just want... No, I have been looking on the internet, but the Blue Cross one confuses me. And the lady was a bit weird on the phone. The Dogs Trust are amazing. They will be able to tell you which dogs they have that will be okay with children. Good luck from Lynn. Thank you, Lynn. The Dogs Trust are good, actually, aren't they? I know there's one in Evesham, but that's nowhere near where I live. You know, Mikey put his hand up like I was his teacher. Yes, Mikey. What would you like to say?
No, if you'd ever have a husky, because I like them. You know,
I do, but
really
now, my friend did say that her friend had a Japanese Akita. Now, the only thing that worries me about the husky is that story the other day about the baby, and it's put me off. Yeah, so I can't do it. No, I know, but I got children, you can't. I don't know whether I want a small or a big. Now, I've had a lot of different dogs in my time. I've had an American Bulldog, which is like a big dog that looks like a boxer, and I loved him so much. He was such a big lummox. Like, if you're going for a walk, you just go in front. But I've also had Tibetan Terriers all my life, and Labradors, and Jack Russells. So I don't mind. I don't mind. What? Say that again. Sorry, everyone's talking about.
They're snappy, those little Jack Russells.
Snappy?
Yeah,
no,
it's
only if you teach. No, my Jack Russell was never snapped in his life. He was lush. Oh, no, in fact, I've only ever had one snappy Jack Russell, and that's because he was deaf and a bit blind, and people used to go towards him. He'd go. Anyway, I could talk about dogs all day, though. I could. I love a little wagger-tailer. Now, have a look. I was thinking Springer Spaniel because they kind of match my personality. Throw me the ball. Throw me the ball. Throw me the ball. Have a look at this. Gorgeous colours. You can tell Maggie's helped with the process of putting these together. You have got the most amazing sparkle. When Maggie showed me her jewellery earlier, the sparkle that comes off this strand really does make the design very, very eye-catching indeed. I love the depth of blue that you get. It is midnight blue, isn't it, in this quartz? The facets are beautiful, absolutely beautiful. And take a look at that colour. What a contrast, silvery moon. That pearl strand, absolutely stunning. And then iolite. That's gorgeous iolite, isn't it? I love it. And do you know something about the iolite? It's brand new, never seen it before. I love it. I absolutely love iolite because it's got, do you know, there are many different shades of blue in iolite. It's trichroic anyway, so you do get a little bit of pink, and sometimes it reminds me of Ceylon sapphire, and that makes me smile. Now you also get with this kit 0.8 silver wire. Isn't this a gorgeous combination? Oh, I love this. I do. It's like a dark night sky and a silver moon, like a clear winter sky. Then I'm going to give you 115 findings, the ones with the flower head pins. Well, I think I feel good. I feel good about this kit. Oh, that's not all. Oh, you are getting the findings this time. You'll be very pleased to know you're getting the findings this time. They didn't forget about you. Now, you are also getting a weight of Sari silk. Now, this Sari silk, and I say a weight because it comes in weight rather than length, you get absolutely blooming loads of it. Look at, as you unwind, it's not just orange. Look at all of this. I'm going to unravel it. Absolutely loads of it. You can plait it, you can knit it. There's loads you can do with it. Look at all the lovely colours. Look at that. Look at that colour. Gorgeous. So we have got, oh, what is the weight of that, by the way? Let me have a look. 95 grams. That's quite heavy, isn't it? 95 grams.
Well, we worked out last week, there must be about, is it 70 something metres of it?
70 metres, you reckon?
Something I think we were calculated out, approximately.
Crikey.
I mean, don't take that as being an exact figure.
You know,
I don't want you coming back.
Up there and I thought, we shall measure it, Maggie. That's what we should do.
Yes,
and then I just
yeah,
realised I haven't got my meter stick on me.
I've got a ruler.
We'll be there for ages. It'll happen. Don't you worry about that. Now, you've got your Sari silk. You've got 0.8 in silver. That on its own, we don't see at great deals very often because it's one of our most popular and it just sells out very quickly. You've got 3 gorgeous strands, one of which is brand McSpankers new, and you've got 115 findings. Well, you know what? We better get it in our lives quick, sharp. BTG C85, approximately 7 meters, we think, in the Sari silk, 95 grams in fact. £39.70 for everything is what it should be. I already think that's a phenomenal price tag. I'm not going to argue with that price tag. I think it's great. But we're treaters. We're Tuesday treaters. £27.90 is your price tag for absolutely everything. 115 findings, including 3 different styles of head pins, crimp bead covers, crimp beads, ribbon ends, toggle clasps. We have got also 1, 2, 3 pairs of Shibori hooks. You've got the lovely link chain, a metre of that. We think approximately 7. I think we should. The thing is, it's done by weight.
It's done by weight, yes. So, and each hank is going to be different. Sometimes you get thicker strips. Sometimes they're a bit thinner. Sometimes they're a bit lighter weight. Sometimes a bit chunkier, a bit heavier. Yeah. So it's you couldn't turn around and say everything was going to be exactly 70 whatever
meters. I like that. I like knowing that. Just me. I've just got that. You know what I mean? It's going to be done on weight. You're all going to get it. You know, weight by weight, the exact same amount, just whether some parts are thicker, some parts are skinnier. I like that, it's like a little surprise. £27.90, BTG C85. Let us go and have a look exactly what you could do with this fabulous kit. 0800 644 655 is a free phone number if you're dialing from a UK landline. Now, I think you're going to really like this. I am joined by a wonderful headless guest. We called her Gemma. I absolutely love what Maggie's done here. Well, actually, it is a little bit Gemma Croak, but do you know, I love what you're doing here. Very modern, very stylish. Love it, Maggie. Look at these spirals. It's fab, isn't it? Don't you just love that strand? I love that. Now, the Sari silks are adding texture. Now, if you're wearing something like this, I think you're quite an arty person. You know, I think you've got that in your personality. I can actually see my mum wearing stuff like this. My mum likes wearing all those kind of floaty things. She's into that kind of thing. She's a bit of a hippie. Loves all of that. This is very stylish though on top of that because of that coiled part. You do that with a knitting needle, don't you, Maggie?
I do, yes.
I like that you do that with a knitting needle. Now, have a look at the earrings. Now, I forgot to steal earrings earlier, so I'm going to give you one quick look before they go in my ears. Conveniently, these go very well with my dress.
Why is that then? That's just, well, it's just coincidental.
I think
even Sari silk goes with your dress.
I think everything. Well, I'm going to just basically I'm stealing them. I'm trying to find an excuse for stealing. Yeah. Okay. So I will model them is what I'll do. I just feel a bit naked with that earrings in. Do you know that?
I think I feel naked if I don't put rings on. Yeah.
Do you?
Yeah.
We must wear more jewellery, I have to say. I told you, didn't I? The lady in the supermarket came up to me and said, do you know you've got a lovely dress on, you've forgotten to put your earrings in. I'd just finished work. We're about to say, well, it's not like me. I've usually stolen at least 2 pairs by the time I go out. But I was like,
quite right too.
Thank you. It's right, you don't look complete, do you? Now, how do I...
Right, where do I start? How do we start with this one? Well, this time round, I've not ironed the Sari silk.
Good girl. Because if we don't need to iron, of course we shouldn't.
Quite.
Because our life depends on it.
But I do quite often iron the Sari silk, but not on this occasion.
Okay. Yeah. So, what happens when you iron it? Obviously it flattens it, but why iron?
Flattens it, widens it. Makes it, as I was saying earlier, you get so many different types of silk in there, from the very fine stuff to the more chunky, heavier weight stuff. So it makes it almost like more floaty, some of it, and it gives it a nicer feel, I think. Now, I'm desperately trying
the texture. Do I need to wash this when I get it home? And secondly, on that note, if I was making something I was going to wear all the time, can it be washed in a machine, do you think?
I certainly wouldn't. No, I wouldn't risk washing it in the machine at all.
Because it's 100% silk?
Because it's 100% silk, yes. And also because there's lots of strands.
Give it a steam blast then?
I'd give it a steam blast. And when you iron it, obviously if you use steam on it, then that kind of blasts it as well.
Yeah, well it cleans it, doesn't it? Steam cleaning.
So there's all sorts of different things in here. So by ironing them, have to be careful with that word ironing.
Ironing.
Otherwise I say ironing. So this one here is actually quite a different texture to this one here. And so by ironing them, you can find out. I'm really paranoid about this word now.
Ironing. Ironing.
Ironing.
Why are you thinking that you're not saying it badly? You're saying it just as you should.
Yeah, I was doing.
Do people tell you off the way you say it?
They don't understand it at times. I
understand.
I teach a sewing class, and I was actually talking to them last night about, and I get really confused with the word iron because they looked at me and went, I said iron, with an R, iron, not iron, but iron, and they obviously thought this was hilarious. But I've had people not understand the way I was talking.
I can understand you perfectly. Sometimes a word comes out of my mouth and I'm not sure if it's an actual word or not.
I do that as well.
Do you? Yeah, good.
Sometimes I should write them down.
Yeah, I think, is that a word or did I just completely make that up?
So you can see that's all scrunched up. This one here, this little bit here is all scrunched up. But when you iron it and flatten it and widen it, it becomes a lot wider. And it also takes, I don't know whether there's a finishing in there, whether there's like a starch or a side or something, but it softens it a little bit as well.
Gives it a bit of a
So it gives it quite a different feel, quite a different look. So yeah, but for this occasion, you don't need to iron it unless you're a glutton for punishment and you want to practice your ironing. So I cut it.
I'm going to have that word in my head. I'm going to wake up in the middle of the night and go, iron!
Iron, yeah. So there's about 140 centimetres, I think I calculated this out at, approximately.
Righto.
So there's 10 strands of 140. I've not cut the ends off yet, in case I wanted to even them up. So my next task was to find something that would work as a mandrel, so I could thread it through for that piece that lies against the neck. So I got out a 9mm knitting needle.
9mm knitting needle, just from a regular wool shop?
Absolutely, yeah. And that you can get 10 strands quite easily going through that. Yeah. Okay. If you're using if you only had say a 7mm, you'd need to use less strands.
How did you start that off? Have you taped it on?
I've taped it on because it kept on just turning around in my hands.
Oh, so
and
it's
of course
acting actually as a gripper.
So it's acting as a gripper, yeah. Mm. And I'm just coiling it round. Like,
yeah.
Yep. Not as effective and a bit harder in your hands than the coiling gizmo.
But it works.
But it does the job. Yep. So you keep on doing that. Have frequent rests. Go and wash your hands when the studio lights get a bit hot, that type of thing. And I think did about sort of 5 inches. What's 5 inches in centimetres? 5 inches, 5 inches.
I don't know. I'm pretending to look at
130 centimetres.
Okay.
Approximately.
I love this design. It's very modern.
So all I'm doing is coiling this round, pushing it up as to make sure the links are next to each other. Right. And I'm going to stop it there so I can carry on with the rest. So I'm going to clip it off up here. There we go. That should slide off. Yeah. So you can see it's a bit, at this end it's a bit scrappy. So if I just clip it off, take that coil off as well. So that looks a lot better, a lot neater. So what I need to do then is manage to feed all 10 of those strands through this coil. And it can be done. So what are you doing? What's that, the same wire? This is the same wire because I've got it to hand. If you don't want to use your precious, your better wires, just use what you can do. Bit of scrap? Bit of scrap will do fine. That last sort of 30 or 40 centimetres that's left. And I'm going to use it as a kind of a needle. Okie dokes. Yep. So if I grab this bunch, and one of the ends should all be loops. Do you know how many threads you've got and at what? I've got 10 on, or 5 doubled if you will. So on here I've got 5 doubled. 5 doubled and then over. And did you cut it to size or is it? At the moment it's not cut, it's just kind of measured out. Okay. Yep. So I'm putting the wire on. Aha! I'm going to twist it round, and as I say, this is to kind of make a bit of a needle. And that's going to go in there, is it? I hope so. It does compress down quite a lot. Oh, I suppose it does, doesn't it? So twist it round, make it a fairly decent length. And then you don't want those ends to catch on the inside of the coil. So flatten them down a bit. Give them a squidgement. Squidge, that's a good word. Squidge, squidge, there we go. Right, where's that coil gone? So pass it through and then gradually move it along.
Oh gosh, that was about 10 million times easier than I thought it was going to be.
So I'm just sliding it along. And every so often you'll come to a join. Just be careful where the joins are. And then carry on sliding it along. And slide it along till round about the middle.
I really like that, you know. I think that would be a nice handbag strap as well, like that. And that's the bit.
Oh, it could be, couldn't it?
Yeah.
It'd be quite good for a kind of beach bag, wouldn't it?
Yeah.
So I'm taking it along.
Can you imagine me with a handbag like that? I think you should make it for me.
I think I should do. Do you want it knitted? Do you want me to use the rest of the skein to knit you up a little bag?
Yeah, why not? That would be lovely.
Right, so I've made it deliberately asymmetrical on there, just because I quite like things that aren't quite straight.
Okay.
I'm finding a little lump here. So
well, yeah, they get a little knotty.
Yeah, obviously those are not going to be one long, continuous, enormous long strand because they're made from leathers of fabric put together. So if you trim that down a little bit,
should go through.
That should give you a little bit less bulk. Yeah, and it should go through all right. I think there might be another one. Of course, the worst thing is when you get two of those at one time.
Well, and it's bound to happen when you're live on air, isn't it?
Of course. I had them all over the floor at home. I laid them out on the floor.
Okay.
Yes, so I could try and make sure that this didn't happen.
So, is it easy to work with this medium?
What, the silk?
Yeah.
Yeah, I think, and it does. So there's so many different things you can do with it.
I
as
like
you said
silk
earlier,
because of the way it looks. Because again, I think it's like crossing over your mediums as well.
Yeah, so it is kind of multimedia, isn't it?
Yeah, I know Gemma Crow loves it as well.
So what I'm doing now is just making it into a little curved shape. This is smaller than the one in the model, but I think it gives you the idea. Just teasing it around into a little curved shape. And the idea is that would hang at the front of your neck.
Yeah.
Yep. So that's that part. Yeah. So the next stage on, well, which one shall I do next?
How did you do this coil?
This one here? Right.
This coil over the top of that coil.
Jenny, you're so good. You must have seen me doing this earlier, prepping up.
Oh yes, I did.
Yes,
no,
exactly. So this is using a gizmoed coil. So on the fat gizmo.
Okay.
Yep.
You did that with a gizmo, didn't you?
Mm.
Oh, okay.
I'll just snip off this last. You can see it's a bit ragged, so I'm just going to snip that off.
Now, before you do that, Maggie, I'm getting lots of questions about have we got some different colour sari silks? Yes, we have. And could I blend two different colours together? I'm sure you can.
Oh, of course you could, yeah. I mean, in a case like this is obviously all off one skein, but if you wanted to use two together, if you wanted to use sort of pick up on that very bright pink and use the pink with what colour is this? I think it's sunset myself, but that's just me.
I'm going to call it raw sienna.
Raw sienna, okay, right.
No, that's more brown actually. No, I'm going to go with your sunset.
Okay, so you could put the sunset, but if you wanted something to, you could maybe use a fuchsia with it. You could use.
Got an aubergine here, look.
Yep, the aubergine would work with it. I think most of them work together because of the multitude of colours you've got in each hank.
I'm going to give you a 3. Ooh. What are we calling them? Skein bundle. Skeins.
I would call them skeins, but that's my textile background.
Yeah, I think you're right. If you've got a textile background, I'll trust you. 3 skeins. Let me show you the individual colours. So you've got. That's lovely. Look at all those multicolours in there. This one's like more woolly, but it is pure silk still. But it's more woolly. Can you see? I think you've got so many different options. You can make a nice pom-pom out of that.
Oh yeah, I've used it for tassels.
Yeah.
And I've made corsage brooches with it.
How lovely.
So there's quite a few things you can do with it.
You've got the black, but it's got purple elements and it's lovely. Le blue black. Then you've got navy with royal blue as well. That's nice, isn't it? Yeah, I like that. I like the royal blue stripes in it too. You could make hair out of that if you're doing ragdolls.
Yes.
Do you ever make ragdolls? My
yes, I have done.
Vicky makes ragdolls all the time. Oh, it should be $17.85, but Dan is dropping price in the voice of cows. $9.95, which is £3 and 30 something each, 32 each.
It's really good, that. Really good price.
33 each. Unbelievable. GMG, see, there's not. Do you know what? When you realise how much you've got here, that's great. I mean, if you were knitting a little jumper or something, you'd be able to get. I mean, you get loads. You got 70 metres here. Yeah?
70 metres. Yeah, I don't know how. I haven't knitted with
scarf.
it yet.
You can knit a scarf with it.
You can knit a scarf with it. Yeah.
Oh, knit with it.
You can knit I think it would make a fabulous little bag. I think it would be really nice.
Yeah, knitted bag.
Knitted as a bag, yeah. It'd be fabulous.
I love knitted things. It's so special to have something knitted, isn't it? Don't you think?
Well, I think there's the handmadeness of it, isn't it?
Yeah.
And also, I think a lot of people who do craft cross over quite easily from one craft to the next.
I agree.
So perhaps you do some knitting, you're thinking, oh, how could I incorporate that in my jewellery making? And this could be a way to start it.
Oh, these lovely colours. You've got turquoise in here.
Yeah, you've got all these little
I
flecks.
love that.
I think it's very kind of tweedy looking.
I just think there's something so special for like when my grandmate, obviously she's not with us anymore, and now all the things she knitted for my kids are even more special.
Oh, because
but now I've given it to my a lot of them. My baby nephew Frank is wearing it now, and it's so special.
That's lovely to hand them down, isn't it?
Yeah, and it's so special. I really do love things like that a lot, actually. And my mum did something and put a label in and it said, "Made with love from Nana."
Oh,
I love it. It's the first thing she ever knitted was when I had Mia, 13 years ago. She was adamant she was going to knit something, and I told her that I had to scan and they couldn't tell whether it was a girl or a boy. And I said, it is a girl anyway, but she made a beige cardigan.
Just right,
she
just
refused to do it in pink. Even though I said if it was a boy, I was going to pretend it was a girl. No, anyway, with that said, we're going to move on and we're going to continue on with creating, just to refresh your memory, the coil D spiral Ds that are going around there. There you go, that's what we're doing. Isn't that lovely? Really like that.
Well, it's something I think a little bit different, isn't it? Right, so I've already put the gizmo coil, I've threaded through 2 threads through it.
In the same way we did
Same
the
way,
other one?
yeah, I've just snipped it off, but yeah, using a twisty wire again.
Okay,
yeah.
okay.
So what we have to do now is pull it out, and that's what gives you that slightly different look. So hold it at one end, otherwise you just pull the whole thing along, and start to pull it out, to tease it out. So
do you know what? That's a lot easier than what I thought you were going to do. It's created an effect that is totally surprising, actually.
And it's what amazed me when I first tried it was it actually pulls out quite easily. You know, quite regularly.
Yeah.
Because I thought it was going to be really lumpy and bumpy.
No, it looks like, I suppose it's because it's gone through that tube and it's been made to behave.
So it's going to be quite a bit longer than the other coil because it's going to coil around it. Right, okay, so I'll take it to there. Right, so get something that's going to work as a kind of mandrel again.
Oh, you're going to gizmo, you're going to go around
to just go around to try and give it
I do
some
like
curves.
Yeah, that's lovely,
so
isn't it?
Obviously it's not going to stay quite as coiled as that, but it does.
I really like that.
But it will work, there we go.
Keep a boingy shape.
A boingy shape, yes.
Oh, and then you're just going to go over it in the easy way, there we are. Not the complicated way where I thought you're going to have to thread it all through. There we go. Isn't that lovely?
And
I do like
that's
that.
how that works, yeah.
Fab.
So at this end, I'm going to, having spent ages coiling it, I'm going to uncoil it.
Uncoil.
So I can wrap it around all the threads and hold it all in place.
Oh, crikey. We've had a lovely text message in, Danny's just saying. Zoe in Bedfordshire says, "Hi all, today has been wonderful. My favourite presenter and designer on together." Oh, bless you, Zoe. Maggie is so talented and Jelly is mad. As mad as a bag of angry snakes. The Sari ribbon is stunning and I've just completed a tiara based on Maggie's last show. Finally! Lots of love, Zoe in Bedfordshire.
Oh, Zoe, can you put
Zoe.
it on Facebook?
Oh, I was going to say,
oh, sorry.
put it on Facebook.
I want to see it.
Zoe, put it on Facebook. Whereabouts in Bedfordshire are you from? I go to Bedfordshire a lot.
Do you?
G&M Growers in Biggleswade. We got another text message from Linda. "Hi Jenny, we have a 10-week-old border collie. He is gorge. Best dog with kids is Cocker Spaniel. We had one when the kids were small. I love Cocker Spaniels. I had when I was growing up. Called Danny, actually. Listen, and he was a rescue dog. This is horrible. It was my grand's dog, and I used to always be with my gran everywhere she went. And he was a Labrador cross collie. He had a Labrador's head and then a collie here, just white with little black speckles. And he was called Danny the dog. And he was found on a motorway because somebody had thrown him out in a bag.
Oh, you're joking.
I love him so much.
And
my granddad used to sing Danny Boy at him. And I was the nicest, kindest dog in the whole wide world. And I remember when I was little, I used to remember how we found him, and it used to make me hug him. And he didn't used to mind, really. Because he'd really love kids. I used to squeeze him and kiss him.
Oh.
And most dogs would be like, get off. My Tibetan Terrier wouldn't let me near her. She liked my brother better, and she was my Christmas present. And everywhere my brother went, he used to really annoy me. I'd be like, Emmy, you are my dog.
And of course, it understood you, didn't it?
Yeah, I was like, oh, you turncoat. He smells of boys. And he did.
Well, there's every chance of it. So I'm just doing the other end, just unwinding the other end.
There's every chance of that boy smelling. Oh, brothers, eh? Anyone who's got a brother will know exactly what I mean. Not Kaz, she's got 5 sisters. Sisters don't really smell, but they do shout and pull hair.
And borrow your clothes.
Yeah, and don't tell you.
And don't tell you.
No. And your lipstick, nothing's sacred. Underwear, nothing. Don't pretend you haven't gone in your underwear drawer and gone, no pants. I'll go and borrow them from my sister. No? Oh, that was a mean comment you just made about your sister. You don't want to wear her pants. Okay. I'm much skinnier, she said. Oh, and younger and prettier. Go on, rub salt in the wound. She's one of them sisters, everyone.
I'm a Leo.
Oh, you are a Leo, yeah. You are the greatest in the world. I live with one of them. Who can argue with a Leo? Nobody that wants to keep their heads. Your mum's a Leo, is she, Tom? Oh, no wonder you're all petrified of life. Every day I come in and bark at him. If I knew you lived with a Leo, I'd have left you alone. No. I love you, Leos.
Right, so that's that one.
Just wound around. Now what Maggie actually just did, as we were talking about Leos, was uncoiled and then popped it around there.
So that holds it all in one place as well.
Gorgeous. Yeah. Now, so we're getting to the point where we need to attach the gemstones, are we?
I think so, yeah.
I think we are.
So this kit, this findings kit, have got this fabulous Figaro chain on it.
Oh, I love that Figaro chain.
It's great,
all of the gemstones you've used in this piece as well, which I love, apart from the few that are in my ears, which we won't talk about. Because I won't remind people that I've put them in my ears. Although health and safety says that they must stay there.
Well, absolutely, forever and ever and ever.
Nobody knows where I've been, apart from me.
Nobody can use those now that you've used them.
No, I wouldn't want anything in my ears that I knew I'd had in my ears.
I have to think about that.
Anyway, I'll borrow my sister's pants, but I won't share earrings. I don't know where the logic in that thought is at all. Now.
Right, so what I'm going to do is, I'll start off with the bottom one, just because it's at the bottom. I've just calculated out I need this much. Unfortunately, I've not written down the exact measurements, so I'm going to use about that much, whatever that much happens to be, about
that
350
much.
centimetres.
I reckon it's about, the whole thing's a metre, you've got about
300 to there, about 370.
So that's 37 centimetres.
Yes.
Because you did it in
millimetres. Yeah. I don't know how many kilometres it is though.
No, or yards.
Do we need to do that?
I'm not. No, please no. I think we're confused by all this.
With the Figaro chain, it's this kind of double link thing, and those are quite large links here. So I think those are absolutely brilliant. I think those are really good for fixing things to, etc. So when I've been cutting the chain up, I've cut it on the smaller, more twisted loop in there. Yep.
Trying very hard not to sing in an operatic voice, Figaro, Figaro, Figaro right now.
Scaramouche, Scaramouche and all that. Yeah. So I'm just cutting this one off at the end there. There we go. So that should give me 2 fairly large loops, and I can then join them together later on. Yeah. So for the agates, I've used the heads pins with the little flowers on them because I think they're really gorgeous. So I've used those ones.
Are they lovely, those? I'm just trying to find the, let me find, yeah, the agates are 6 to 16 mil. They're my favourite strand, even though I'm a massive fan of pearls, even though that's a brand new strand of
Iolite?
Oilite. Oilite. I can't not say it like that. I just love them. There's a lot of jingle jangle about them.
Isn't there? I think it's the size as well.
And the facets, the colour, it does it for me, that strand. I really like it.
And the weight.
Yeah, actually, it's adding to a nice... And they had to go at the bottom, didn't they? I've just sort of jumbled them up there. You had them all nice and neat and tidy, but I actually quite like it when you sort of jimble them.
So I'm fixing those on every alternate large loop of the chain. Starting off with the largest, because it's a graduated strand, I've started with the very largest which will hang at the bottom, and then worked my way around with the rest.
I love that little flower head pin that's on the end.
They're good, aren't they?
Danny's trying to pass me some Sari silk, and every time I go to get it. Thanks, Danny. That's okay.
That's a nice.
Hey,
bundle.
ooh! Look at little circles.
Ooh, that's got a little pattern in it.
Reminds me of some new pasta I ate the other day, which was the shape of octopus's tentacles. I don't know what it's called. It was long and it had like the little O things all the way down.
Oh, yeah.
What's it called? I've never seen that before.
I don't know what
Liked it though. Liked it. What did I put it with? Mussels. Now, have a look at this. I'm trying to open it, but look at all these colours. That's what was reminding me of that pasta. Weird, I know. Have a look, because you've got every colour here. Really nice rainbow selection, aren't they? If you undo it, I fight this to undo it. Is there a way?
No, I think you're doing okay.
What, you have a fight with it? Go on with you. Get on. Come on now.
It's going to come out that in there. You got
Yeah. Oh, quite like that. I won. Now, so you got you got all of this. Oh, I like that, Maggie. Look at that.
That's gorgeous.
Isn't it lovely?
It's such lovely kind of pastel. Yeah, do you know what it reminds me of? Hydrangea flowers.
Hydrangeas?
Yeah, hydrangeas.
What do they look like? I'm rubbish with flowers.
They're great big kind of like heads, really massive flower heads, and they come in those kind of colours. Come in blues and pinks and lilacs.
Ooh.
And every flower head's made up of a little petals, and that's just what it reminds me of.
I must get more up to date because I got things in my garden. I got no clue what they are, but I really like them. I'm not sure whether I made up the name dragons' heads, but I got a lot of them. I'm going to take a picture of them.
I've got dandelions.
Have you?
Yeah.
Oh, you want to get rabbits? I'll get rid of them.
Oh, I never thought of rabbits.
Rabbits love dandelions, and guinea pigs do.
Foxes love rabbits.
Yeah, that's true. I've got 3 different colours. Look at that. I actually think they're better here. Look, the colours. You got a fuchsia. You got all that sort of sunset, but with blues as well. Oh, I'm going to call this Moroccan spice. Never been to Morocco, but I think this is what the colours might look like. I want to go. £7.95 for all. Look at all of this. It's wonderful. £7.95. Absolutely phenomenal medium here.
So
you can knit it.
Oh, that's fantastic. Yeah.
Great price tag.
I was miles away there, wasn't it?
It's all right. You're in your element. It's fine.
That's fantastic. So that's how much each?
It is. What is that each, Danny?
About £2.60.
Yeah, it's less than less than £3 each, isn't it? What's 8 divided by 3? We should know this.
I don't know.
£2.33.
You're
So, we
joking.
guessed apparently. £2.65.
That's just phenomenal.
It's redonkulous, isn't it?
Isn't it? Absolutely crazy.
I love the colours. We've only got 27 of these and they're flying out. Well done to everybody that's bought. Let us know what you're going to do with it. Are you going to knit it? Are you going to... Could you do macrame with this, I wonder? Have a go. Belinda in Norfolk's got some. Brenda in Fife, Angela, Linda, Richard and Anelia, Rosemary. I've got a jewellery maker in Cheshire, Bedfordshire, Merseyside, Linda in Sussex, Alia in County Clare, Marion, Joanne in Arizona. Hello, Joanne. Hello to you. £7.95. Good morning to you. I think it's morning in Arizona.
I don't. How far away?
I think they're 5 hours behind, aren't they? Usually.
Are they?
I'm basing that on just going to 2 places in America in my whole entire life.
It differs across all states, doesn't it?
Yeah, of course it does. I'm just stupid. 12 chances for you to get this. Thank you so much for joining us all the way from wherever you are joining us from. We love each and every one of you. Tanya in Pembrokeshire's bought 2. Jane in Lancashire's bought 2 as well. Jennifer and Pamela. Hello. Sandra in Caerphilly. Hello. I've never been to Caerphilly. Can I come? Constance in Tyne and Wear. I love that name. Kyria in London. London 10, SPG C92. Let us know exactly how you are going to create with your sari silk. We've only got 3 left. It does look like those are about to go. Look, there's all your gorgeous names. Hello, Mandy, as well. And it is great to see you all there on board. Now it's gone sold out. So,
brilliant, fantastic deal that. So while you were doing that, I was manoeuvring my makeshift bodkin needle, attached it onto one end of the chain. Yep.
How did you do that? Just open
I just opened the wire and kind of wrapped it round a little bit. Yeah. Then pushed it through. And so if this all works, it should all come out. Well, it shouldn't all come out. The chain should be pulled through. You know, something's going to be terribly wrong here. I can just tell. Right. Aha, it's through, it's through.
Yay!
Great, so I can unclip this.
I thought you were just going to attach one end to a jump ring and then attach that to that. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Put a jump ring either end.
You probably could do. You could probably put it in those bits that have been wrapped around.
Is there a reason you didn't do that? You just thought it'd be more fluid?
I just thought it'd be kind of better for some reason.
Yeah, I like it. No, I like it. Nicer to mix it up. Variety is indeed the spice of life. Now in the kit you're getting that brand new strand of iolite, you're getting the strand of pearls, you're getting a gorgeous strand of blue agate, which is stunning. You're getting the 0.8 wire. Was it 0.8 or 0.8?
It is 0.8.
0.8,
yeah.
A wire, and you're getting the sari silks, 95 grams of sari silks. Isn't it beautiful? Oh, you're getting 115 findings as well, all for under £30, which is phenomenal. £27.90. If you love sari silks, you're going to absolutely love this kit. Comes with genuine pearls. Beautiful. Brand new strand of iolite, remember, and that strand of faceted agate, which is gorgeous. BTG C85.
So obviously I've only put a few beads on, and that just simply turned loops and put them up on alternate loops all the way up. Excuse me, all the way up the chain. Yeah.
Okay. Now you've got the iolite. You've done big, nice open links with the iolite. Jump ring in between them, did you?
Yes, with those ones I put a jump ring. Some of the holes are quite fine, and those head pins didn't go through them.
Oh, do you use the ultra fine head pins?
So I actually use some out of my stash at home.
Oh, but you do actually get the skinny head pins. Yeah, so you can use those. Just use those.
Yeah, where are they? What have I done?
Cass has probably stolen them. She is a thief. No.
Oh, here they are. Right.
Oh no, I take it back. She's not. She's not really, but she has been hanging around with Dion lately. I worry about Cass, yeah. I worry about the influence that is Dion on Cass, who is an innocent, sweet girl, goes to church on a Sunday, being led astray. I might go and speak to your church. Tell them. It's not funny. It's not funny. You wait.
So you could either use the ultrafine head pins, or it's probably actually easier to use some of the wire off the spools. Like,
oh, okay, yeah. But if you haven't got it in your stash, that will work just as well.
This would work. That would work fine. So that's creating a rosary chain and putting jump rings in between.
Yeah. And let's see how you attach that. Actually, did you attach that? You've attached it. Let's have a look.
With a jump ring.
Into the Figaro chain.
Into the Figaro chain, yep.
Jump ring. So we've got a nice jump ring here with the links, and then with the pearls, we're using beading thread.
Yes.
And then the little, what did you call them earlier?
The little kind of little spacer beads.
The
bigger ones, the longer ones are called bugle beads. I'm not sure if they've got those ones, if those have a name or not. So I used those off the iolite strand and threaded them onto the pearls to space them out. Because I think when you get something as lovely as pearls in there, you want to see all of them. You don't just want to see them kind of end to end. So I think that means you can see almost all the way around them, and I think you get better value for them.
Perfect.
Yep.
Perfect. Okie dokie, so you attach like that, then we're coming down to the end of the sari silk. Now, instead of just leaving it floating, what we've done, what Maggie has done, is used a wax Y cone, coning down, and then using one of the agates on a link, giving it still plenty of movement. And if you take a look at the centre of the sari silk, the beautiful Figaro chain on with the heart links, you can see there, to open and close with. and the look's complete. Perfect. Is there anything else you want to show us on that?
No, that's kind of it. You say the Wags Y cone, which I love as a tool. I think it's absolutely brilliant.
I love the Wags Y cone. It's fab, isn't it?
Isn't it? So I think it comes in for all sorts of uses, and it's ideal for this. When you get to the bottom there, make sure you cut them all off to the same length. Yep. And then twist them round. And twist some wire around them as well.
Yeah, how do I
really
actually attach the Y cone in the first place?
Should we do that bit?
Yeah, actually, because I'm just thinking, it's all very well saying there's a Wags Y cone on the end. How on earth do I attach it for it to stay?
Shall I just quickly do a Wags Y cone?
If you don't mind. No, the Wags Y cone we don't have in stock for you in the show, but please check the website for availability. All the w's.jewellerymaker.com. I do believe if there's not much quantity on there right now, we will be having it again in the next couple of days.
It comes through frequently, doesn't it?
Fits and starts, yes, as with a lot of products. When, you know, we can only order certain quantities and they sell out and then we have to wait. It's unfortunate.
So this is just twisting it around, so it's using almost like using the mandrel.
Yeah.
It's a conical shaped mandrel, you might say. But what I love about it is that little hole at the top, because that's really what makes it.
Gary Wagstaff designed this for a purpose, and it's for jewellery making, and it's wonderful. It's neat, it's tidy, it does the job beautifully, it's wonderful, not only for things like sari silks, but also for things like Ikuma Himo. I mean, for a million different things, don't you think?
It's just so nice to use.
Yeah.
Yeah. So, because it just rests against your hand.
Absolutely.
Really nice, so it's really ergonomic.
Oh yeah.
Unlike the old knitting needle there.
Here we go.
Right, so snipping it at the top there. And as I said earlier, you might need to snip back a little bit just to neaten it off. I'm putting my thumb over it so it doesn't ping across and hit Cass in the eye or land in somebody's coffee or something.
It's good to protect Cass. She's only a wee slip of a girl. I reckon if we blew hard, she'd fall over. Like one of the 3 little pigs.
So there we go. Right, where's this end gone?
Right, this is the bit I wanted to know. How does this...
Yep.
How does
right,
you
okay.
attach?
When I was sorting out the beads earlier, I saved the 2 second to largest size for the ends. Yep. And so this...
And those were going to act as weights almost,
and they're acting as weights as well. Can I just go around the back of you just to check how I did it?
Absolutely, of course you can, my dear.
Oh yeah.
Yep.
Right, so it's a wrapped loop. It will be a wrapped loop when I can find my pliers. So the wrapped loop is for security. If you just did the conventional turned loop, it would be a little bit less secure. So this is very quick. Obviously, at home, you would take your time and do it more perfectly, wouldn't you?
Well, I think you're doing it just perfect, as you are.
Squash that in there, right. Then a jump ring. Where is it? Where is it? Here. Where is it? Have I?
It's there.
It's there.
You've been hanging around with me too long. I think I'm rubbing off on you. I feel much calmer and more sensible, and you've gone all Jenny Cleary. This is brilliant. Could you come and pay me weekly visits, please?
Depends if you get your dog or not.
Why, will you not visit if I've got a dog, or you will?
No, I'd be
visit?
happy to visit if you
Oh,
get a
okay,
dog.
but otherwise you're not bothered.
Well, I think it'll make it more interesting. I can always
Okay.
sort of blame the dog for anything.
Who knows what we will get up to? If you rescue a dog, are they already named? Generally they are, aren't they?
I don't know. I think they're sometimes just named by the kennel staff.
My favourite celebrity dog is Sweep from Sooty. He never fails to entertain me, that dog. Rascally thing.
Right, so length of the wire through the cone.
Could take or leave Sooty though, it was annoying, wasn't he?
I don't remember it.
You don't remember Sooty?
No.
The Sooty show?
No, I must have had a... No,
It's been
not
on
really.
for generations.
I know, but I just
Nothing?
don't remember it. Just don't
You're
remember
too
it.
busy doing interesting things.
Do you think that's what it was? Like
Yeah.
homework?
No, that's not interesting.
Exactly.
Like playing up trees and things.
Me, climb up trees, come
Oh
on.
no, I was a right tree climber.
Were you?
Yes, digger of holes, climber of trees, maker of bow and arrows,
Whoa.
which injure other children in neighbourhood. I know how to make a bow and arrow. I was a right tomboy. And my dad once stupidly brought home from a film set a black widow. That's not a thing to give to an 8-year-old girl.
What is this? No, is this a black widow spider?
No,
or
a
is it some sort
catapult. My mum went absolutely mad. Straight through a stone from the middle of a peach, straight through Rosie Radford's window.
Dear.
My dad used to always bring stupid things home because we never used to see him. He turned up once with a Labrador and then he'd go again. So my mum would be left with black widows and Labradors to deal with.
And excitable children, I should think.
Excitable children, yeah, brilliant. Don't you love men? Oh, I love men, I do. Was I hating on men today? Oh, I love mine. I love you as well. Well, you have a little moan, haven't you? They moan about us, I'm sure.
I'm sure they do. That's
Hey,
why
listen,
they
if you live
that's
with
why
me,
they go to the
God.
pub.
You what, sorry, darling?
That's why they go to the pub.
That is why they go to the pub. Yeah.
Right, I'm just wrapping a bit of wire around here to hold it together. So, the wire through there, push this in here and sort of twist it round.
That's how you did it.
Yeah, so you need to kind of twist it round and then it'll settle in a little bit more nicely. Yeah.
Okay.
Then wrap one wire round.
Oh, okay, yes. That's not going to come out because you're wrapping it really tight.
Wrapping it as tight as I can.
And then squidge.
Then squidge it inside. And then wrap the other wire around as well. And squidge that one inside. And then slide the cone up a little bit to try and hide your ends. So that's kind of how that one's been done. Just going to push that in a little bit more. Right, okay, so I took quite a while to do it at home. Obviously I'm doing it a lot more quickly here, but it can actually be done just using the idea of having a little bit of wire coming out at the bottom so you can move the cone up to hide it all.
Perfect. Yeah. Perfect finish for a gorgeous piece. Could be a scarf, could be a necklace. Either one is great autumnal piece, I think. £27.90 for your kit. We've had a couple of text messages. Keep them coming. Louise in Cheshire says, me too, mud pies, bogies, go-karts, and no girly stuff from Lou. I never did, I wasn't girly at all when I was little. It's because my best friend Adam Bound was a boy, obviously.
Ah, it could be, right.
I once dug a hole, we were going to Australia, and it went all the way down, and then I decided we'd go to a bend, and it took us hours, the whole day. I sent Adam Bound down the hole to test it out. He got stuck. His dad had to pull him out, it was terrible. We had a right old, and do you know what else we used to do? Back in the day when you had milk bottles on doorsteps.
Oh yes, yeah.
We used to go around, poke a hole in it with our fingers, drink the milk through a straw, and say the birds had done it.
Oh yeah.
We used to say the birds did it, it wasn't us, it was the birds. Mad. I could tell you a host of stories.
I think you should write your memoirs.
No, because there's a lot of dangerous things in there that I don't want my children doing.
Ah, well wait till they're a bit older. Start writing it now and then you can complete them once they're at a more sensible age.
Yeah, I think my mother was mad. I had a moped when I was 11.
No.
Yeah.
A motorised one? One with an engine
A proper
on it?
moped.
Oh, Struth.
I don't know where I got it from. My friend Belinda's dad bought it home, I think. Crazy. We had an orchard though. We used to ride round and round and round. I remember going straight through a fence. Terrible. I'd never let my kids do that. What's my mother thinking? She's a wonderful woman, batty as anything. We will be back after a break with some gorgeous strands, some fabulous treats, and who knows, some more insight into Maggie's childhood. We'll be back after this.
Join the incredibly talented guest designer Alison Tarry in her very first wire sculpture DVD. In this edition, you will learn all the skills needed to create fabulous scrollwork designs, including a decorative bell, wire booties and an ornamental box. To get your hands on a copy, contact our call centre. Get creative with JewelleryMaker.
If you love classic jewellery, then why not come and join guest designer Gemma Crow on our vintage workshop. Gemma will guide you through various beading and wirework techniques which will inspire you to create timeless designs from a bygone era. The full course includes a selection of wire, a selection of findings and charms, a bead scoop, use of all relevant tools and equipment, a buffet lunch and refreshments, a tour of the studio and a visit to our Gemstone museum. All of this for just $69.95. Have a blast from the past and take home some amazing designs. For further information, contact our call centre on 0800 644 655. JewelleryMaker course gift vouchers are now available. You can choose from a bronze, silver or gold voucher. Each voucher is worth a different amount that entitles you to put towards a course of your choice. For more information, contact our call centre on 0800 644 655. If you have a question or query for JewelleryMaker, then you can contact our call centre on 0800 644 655 and press option 2. Or alternatively, you can email help@jewellerymaker.com.
Tiger's Eye is a gemstone that can be masculine or feminine. It comes in like these luscious caramel colours, and when you get it in fuchsia, that's my favourite, when it's bright pink. Love that, and the chatoyancy makes it so different. It sort of follows you around the room, so it makes for some really interesting pieces.
Tiger's Eye is one of the first gemstones that I was ever exposed to. My mum bought me a beautiful Tiger's Eye bracelet when I was away at university, and I've worn it ever since. It has a lot of personal value to me. Not only that though, the JewelleryMaker Tiger's Eye which you can get exudes so much chatoyancy, and more chatoyancy than I've ever seen from any other Tiger's Eye. The carat weights are brilliant, you can get it in dyed qualities, but it's the natural essence of the gemstone which I think people find so attractive about it, and that's probably one of the reasons why it's one of our biggest sellers.
Welcome back to Designer Inspiration with myself, Jenny Cleary, and the gorgeous Maggie, who we are challenging to those strands of beautiful aquamarine. They are gorgeous after all. Challenge or treat? Challenge or treat. It's a treat and a challenge all together. So Maggie's got them. Now, what are you thinking over there, Lady Lou?
I'm just thinking I might just pop out the door and take them home with me.
Well, why not? You are getting more like me by the minute, Maggie. Be careful.
Fabulous, fabulous, fabulous. Right, what am I thinking? I'm thinking some silver in there. I think it'll work well with silver. And I'm thinking maybe some little wire coils, because I'm quite into little wire coils. And I might use some one way, sort of to see the edge on them, and others the other way so you can see the flat surface as well. So that's my initial thoughts on this. And I'd better get moving, hadn't I?
You better get on with it, love.
Yeah,
you better get on with it. We'll catch up with Maggie at the end of the show in just about an hour's time. Ready? The clock's ticking. You got, a little bit less than an hour actually. Off you go.
Thank you.
OLGC63 is the item code if you would like to join Maggie in creating beautiful pieces with 2 stunning strands of aquamarine. Have a look at what we're talking about. 85 carats of aquamarine, 5x2 to 10 by 5, and that's on the plain rondelles, 17 centimetre strand. My favourites, 90 carats of the faceted rondelles, 5x3 to 10 by 6 on a 19 centimetre strand. Get dialing for these, keep it interactive. We've had several questions for you throughout the day to keep it interactive. One was, should I rescue a dog or should I get a puppy? The second was what? Something else.
Leprechauns?
About leprechauns. How do you describe a leprechaun to a 6-year-old boy and not scared him? And one was, what was the craziest? Oh, crazy morning. Did you have a crazy morning? I got shouted at by a man for no apparent reason. £17.90. Nobody can believe it's for no apparent reason. It was. Have a look at that. Gorgeous, absolutely gorgeous. It's Marshall's birth gemstone. I think it's such a romantic colour as well. It really does look truly beautiful with rose quartz and morganites, doesn't it? I really like the sort of peachy pinks of a morganite with this. Stunning, just stunning. Now, I'm going to bring to you a little bit of a reminder first if you've just joined us. If you've just started shopping with us, or if you're just sort of flicking through and thinking, what is this crazy place they call Jewellery Maker? Well, if you order from us, actually, don't even have to order, if I'm honest with you. With your very first order, you'll get a free pack, which includes this. But if you ring the call centre, they will actually send you a JM Hub magazine so you can have a look at what it's all about first. Now you get a Get Started DVD. It's an hour long and it explains so much. The warehouse, that you know, what is a gizmo? What is a jump ring? These are foreign words, aren't they? Well, they're Jewellery Maker words, so yes, you're quite right. You've got a Jewellery Maker Get Started book, step by step, shows you loads of different techniques and introduces you to all the different mediums that you can use here at Jewellery Maker. Every month, for free, you will get a JM Hub magazine. This is July's. This is July's. I'm never in it, me. I want to be in it. Never in it. Never in it. Should I just put myself in it? Might do it. Might just write an article. What should I write it? I'm just going to do it. It's just going to happen. And you get, oh, here's another JM Hub. You get all the information about our workshops and tutorials as well. Now, I'm going to give you some more gorgeousness. Now, let's go with, you're going to really like, actually, in September, I know we're only just enjoying the rest of summer, I know that, but in September we're going to start thinking about Christmas pieces, even though it's the end. Well, if you're a jewellery maker and you create jewellery that you sell, you're probably already thinking about your Christmas collections, and so it's very important that you are getting. I know a lot of the card craft places, and indeed there's another channel that does card crafting, they've already done a Christmas special, because you're thinking about Christmas now. You've got to create for the future, because if you've booked your Christmas fair, and you don't want to be overloaded, do you? You don't want to be bombarded with work in September. You know, it's June now, can you believe it? This is a strand which I think would be perfect to start putting in your strand. Actually, if I'm honest with you, my friend Melody has already nearly finished her Christmas shopping because it gets so expensive. If you wait until that 1 month, then you really have to scrimp that month. I would start really saving those little gemstones, and what I wouldn't do is I'd put it in a drawer, and I would stop myself from opening that drawer until September. Then when you open it, it's got loads of treats in it. You'll thank your past self. Now, I've got a problem with my past self quite a lot. I'm always cursing my past self. So I'm going to do the right thing from now on. I was driving to work today and I was thinking, I'm going to be more organised for holidays. I'm going to be more organised for Christmas. I'm going to be that organised person. It's my son's birthday next Monday. I'm so unorganised. So I'm going to be good to my future self. If you're thinking about that too, then do stock up for Christmas already. I know I've said the C word, but in September, let's face it, you are going to be thinking about it. YOP 094, 150 carats at $6.95. Well, this is why we're stashing up ready for Christmas, my darlings. Now, you could rosary link these. I would use gold wire. And this is marcasite. Of course, marcasite was used in the Victorian era in jewellery a lot, but in a different kind of way, more of a gunmetal sort of colouring. And you would have like Kool-Aid up, bottom up. £6.95 just to add to the sparkle. YOP 094. Loads of you are in for this one. Make sure you check out your baskets at this price tag with this gorgeous British racing green. It doesn't have to be a winter strand. It just totally depends on what you put it with, doesn't it? A 30-day money-back guarantee is yours with everything you buy. And that's another good thing if you're buying for Christmas. You got 30 days. You got 30 days. I love that we give you that because there's not many other places. I think we're the only shopping channel, you know, in the UK that do that. Do you know that? Make sure you take advantage of it. Now, oh, I've got some lovely rose quartz to give to you now. Let me find it. There it is. Can we do the leaves, yeah? I like these. I said to Danny earlier, oh, everybody loves those. Have a look. Hand carved out of rose quartz. I love these. I was looking at Debbie Bolford's Milleflori with Kaz earlier. It was great, wasn't it? These would be amazing. I actually think these would be lovely on earrings. Just one earring in one ear and then something else, like a feather in the other, would be cute. I think these are great for your big polymer clay projects. I think these are wonderful for an over-the-head necklace where you want all different elements. I think they're perfect with the Sari silk, big chunky mediums. If you're a chunky monkey, if you like your chunky gemstones, I actually like both. There is a time and a place to wear a delicate necklace when you're going out to dinner. In the daytime, when you want a bit of glamour, if you're wearing a maxi dress or something like that, a bandeau dress that shows a lot of skin, I don't like that. I don't like that square area if I haven't got a big chunky necklace on it. It makes me look like the Incredible Hulk. So you put, ladies, don't you? You put something. I put a maxi dress on that was one of those. I was like, oh, the shoulders. Oh, thank goodness I borrowed some jewellery from JewelleryMaker. Thank goodness I'd done that, or I'd never have worn it. They're beautiful. They're top drilled. They're going to look wonderful if you make a brooch. Oh, I love them. Do you? I love them. Now, Danny, you've got to stop with these one-liners. He went to me, I'm going to take a leaf out of your book and let everyone have these rose quartz. And then he just said to me, what was the one you just said just then? I said about brooches, and he went, I'm glad you broached that subject. Do you know what? You're telling dad jokes. Actual dad jokes. You're ready for fatherhood. Now, when you make jokes like that, there's only one thing for it. Go and find a girl to breed with. Now, have a look. OEG P78. These are all on the uniform, 30 by 22 millimeters, so the exact same size and shape. They're all hand carved as well. Can you imagine? There's no way. Listen, I can't even pipe potato onto a cottage pie, so there's no way I would be able to. I can't do that. How do I do that? Make the potato sit properly on the cottage pie. Do you know, Maggie?
I don't know either, no. I guess you need a piping bag.
I tried, you know, I made my own piping bag. I cut the corner out of a sandwich bag. It sinks to the bottom. What am I doing wrong, everyone? What? Anyway, it's not about that now. £7. I'm going to count them. That's a mad price tag. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13. 13 for £7.95. What's that each? Because if you were to buy these individually in your beadery, would they be about £1 each, do you reckon, Maggie?
Yeah, in fact, I'd have thought it might be slightly more depending where you get them from. Yeah,
really?
It would easily be £1 each. Easily.
So that'd be £13 for the strand, £7.95 for all of these, hand carved.
They're lovely.
Brilliant price tag. Really good. Actually, these would make a nice bookmark as well, wouldn't they? If you were working with wire.
They'd make a nice bag charm. They'd be nice for a bag charm.
Oh, yeah, and a key ring. They'd be lovely for a key ring. I think they're almost a little bit feather-like as well in their carvings. I like a feather. £7.95. OEG P78. Absolutely loads of you on the phone lines for these. You have got that 30 days, so do bulk buy if you can. Oh, you can use your debit card, but you can use your credit card too. If you see it and you love it, live by my rule. You only live once, which is why I think it's madness that Hannah Bennett is getting married in 3 years' time. It's a long engagement. I've told her I'll be dead by then. David, 3 years, I said. 3 years. Oh, I'm so impatient, aren't I? Well, you never know with me, do you? I thank God every time I get to make it into bed at night and go, oh, well done, Jenny, you lived another day. Irene, David, Grace, Andrea. You think what? She should get married before the 3-year period? I think I should get married. Does anyone hitch in that? I've got to make someone ask me first. I made him believe that I didn't want to get married, which is a massive mistake because it was only really, I didn't really mean it. Maybe I do mean it. I'm not sure. £7.95. No, I don't. Shirley, no, I don't know. You've got a 30-day money-back guarantee. Text in, should I get married? Should I get a dog? Should I get married? I should just, you know when it's like the Truman Show, except I get to go home. Let's just do that. You get to make my life's decisions. What should I wear tomorrow? Again, dress me, plan my life. Tell me what dog to get. 6877. I'm rubbish at planning all these things myself, so I'd much rather rely on you, jewellery makers. OEG P78. Good grief. No. And do dent pullers in cars work? That's another question I've got for you. Do dent pullers work? You know you can buy dent pullers. I accidentally went round. Yeah, I won't tell you what I did, but yeah, it was an accident. I've not told anyone it was my fault. I pretended it happened in a car park. It didn't. Luckily for me, it didn't damage the bus. That is a true story. It is a true story. You can go and see the dentist in the car park, and the bus man was really nice about it. Well, I thought it was a really tight squat, pulling out, and I thought, yeah, got out there. I would drive a big estate car, and I thought, oh, don't think the end made that. Bus man got out and went, no, I'm fine, off you go. And then I got home, and Lee went, what is that great big dent in your car? I was like, dent? I was like, what, dent? You don't know about dent? And I thought, oh my gosh, it must have been that bus that I hit. And it was. It couldn't have been anything else. Hope he's not watching. No, he's not. No. Anyway, that did happen. But it hasn't actually, it's just bowed it right in. I went to see a nice Polish man who said he'd take it out for me for £90. But I thought of all the things I could buy for £90. And so the dent's still there. Let's have a look at this gorgeous Druzzy strand. How many Druzzy strands could I buy for the price of a dent puller? Now, look at this one, look. Isn't that fab? Can you see it? I love Druzzy because it's such a treat, isn't it? Just to have the unknown in each gemstone, that little sparkle. I'd make a ring out of that. Danny's favourites are these Druzzys, and I love them too. It is really, again, you've got to have these. Listen, the chance of this coming back before Christmas once it's sold out. Well, I wouldn't bet my chickens on it. Is that what they say? Is that a saying? Don't bet your chickens. I'm not sure. It is now. Chickens are fine laying 2 each a day. Even the new one. And it's got its eggs measuring the exact bigness of the other ones. Double yolker I had yesterday. You forgot your eggs, didn't you, Danny? I'll bring you some more in tomorrow. I've got loads. Have a look. Look at that. Gorgeous. Absolutely gorgeous. This Druzzy, look at that one. Do a proper orange. You want to bite into it, don't you? God, I mean, I love that. This looks very good with turquoise. Very good. In fact, if you bought the other strand, they're going to go really nicely together. Look at that. Oh, that's carnival, isn't it? Oh, that reminds me of a tropical fruit basket with papaya and all like tropically fruit. What happened? Can I just ask you? I've got a question. And I don't want the toilet. I would like to know what happened to star fruits. Where have they gone? Star fruits. Have you never seen a star fruit? They don't know about star fruit, Maggie.
I've not seen them for ages now you mentioned
Where,
it.
now, it's a fruit. You won't know about this, young people. But, no, it's kind of cucumbery, but not. It's sweet. You slice it down the middle, and it's the perfect shape of a star. Now, when you go abroad, you see them. We used to have them here. They've disappeared. Now, the young people here don't know about star fruits, and I'm frightened that my children don't know about star fruits, just like I was frightened that I'd never taught them how to make a pom-pom the other day. And like I was talking in the break, my son's never played a practical joke on his sister. And I was trying to teach him about practical jokes, tripwires, etc. Not good at the moment. He didn't get it. He did not get it. Do you know what I blame? Computers. There are not enough injured sisters out there anymore. Anyway. Whatever happened to a fake dog poo on your pillow, eh? £7.95. Whoopee cushions are still around. The spray that smelt like you-know-whats. Look at that. Look at that. Gorgeous, aren't they? £7.95. £7.95. ODP 065. I would put these with, what colour wire do you think, Maggie? If I'm wire working with these, what do you reckon?
I think the copper colour would
Yeah,
work
I think
well.
so.
But then if I wanted
black
to
would look
do, I was going to say if I wanted a bit of contrast, I'd go for the antique bronze, the sort of brownie one.
Oh yeah.
Or the black if you really want to make sort of a contrast between
Bit
them.
bumblebee-ish.
Those look. Oh yeah, it's a little like bumblebees.
With a bit of black. We got great big bumblebees at the moment because my next door neighbour's got a beehive. They're lovely. They keep crawling all over my carpet. Now you've got to watch where you're standing. £7.95 for these, gorgeous. Now, can I do it box 21? Because I've been looking at that and it's just lush. Is it what I think it is? Yeah, thought so. Well, who launched this? Was it Lady DeFoy? Yeah, I know, it's absolutely breathtaking. Now, I'm a big fan of sky blue topaz anyway. It's Icelandic blue. I want you to look at this. I'm going to take the black background away actually, because I actually think the colour is so striking. Marquise as well. Marquise. Do you know something? Let's just think high end. I know we have a laugh and a joke and all of that lot, but actually these are very, very high end. They're very serious indeed, and they're beautiful. This is a wedding day strand, isn't it? It's that Tiffany & Co. sky blue topaz. Have you seen the collections of topaz, blue topaz in the Tiffany website? Go and have a look. I mean, you could be looking at Gems TV website, you could be looking at Prada, you could be looking anywhere. Go and do your research. It's heavenly. Heavenly. It is a heavenly blue. It's making me feel calm. Do you know what? You've got to have this with real silver. I even think the very smallest one is big enough to make a pendant out of. What I would do with these, one gemstone pendant, earrings, that's it. Maybe add a white pearl. But you know me, I'm very funny about what I mix my white pearls with. This definitely is special enough. It is. It's got the clarity I want, the colour, the cut. Let's look. Now I'm going to put it next to a white background. If there was any inclusions, they would literally be brought to attention like you wouldn't believe. Have a look. Have a look at this. They are beautiful. They really, really, really are. Heavenly droplets of Icelandic blue. And this is November's birth gemstone. And this is your 4th wedding anniversary gemstone. So it seems more of a doable anniversary for me to get to anyway. And your 23rd. Now, we've known about this and adored this gemstone so much, so long. To give you an idea, it's mentioned in the Bible, which is quite an old book. So, you know, that's how we've loved and adored it since biblical times. Look at this. Gosh, it's gorgeous. You have to have it. It's right up there with the high end. It's right up there with your sapphires and your diamonds and your rubies and your emeralds, this kind of strand, isn't it? Beautiful. Absolutely beautiful. The brilliance the brilliance that you've got. Now I've got a text message actually from somebody who has, a customer who has already got this. Donna in Hampshire, I got these topaz and they are exquisite. Biggest one is a ring for me. Oh my gosh, yes, did you prong set it? Is it gorgeous? I would get it valued, do you know, thank you Donna. These are just perfect. And I really do think a ring is a good idea with that largest one. And the largest one is big. Saw that ring, have you seen the tiny dot rings from one of the aforementioned designers beginning with T? Oh, it's gorgeous, it's so expensive. Oh, I love it though. You can't help but love topaz. It's that blue. It's that wonderful sky blue. Gotta have it. 50 carats. 50 carats. And they're sizable, between 10 by 5 and 16 by 8, aren't they? Gems of distinction. I've got no idea how much Danny is going to give them to you for. I think well, it's going to be an expensive strand, isn't it? Because it's gems of distinction. Who's not going to let me know? Okay, have I got a guess? I reckon just under 4. I reckon $39.95 would be a good deal. Yeah, it would be a good deal. Is it too low? Is it too low? Oh, is it too low? Sorry. We'll bring it down to that then. Oh, you lie bags. $24.95. Absolutely. Fibby pants, because being called a liar is a bit serious. Sorry. £24.95. Mr. Fibby Bottom. MDY Y72. 16 centimetres of absolute gorgeousness. You've got to get these. Monica and Beverly have got them. Angela and Patricia, Leslie and Grace and Anna. Of course, Anna's got them. 2 Patricias, one in Greater London, one in the city of Bristol. Jill in Sussex has got these. Now, I wouldn't be surprised to see Ulia popping up for these. I wouldn't be surprised to see my gorgeous Zena popping up for these. George likes a high-end gemstone as well. Look at these. Gorgeous, gorgeous, gorgeous. What Maggie's giving me the yes.
They're so sparkly.
They are.
They are. The reflections of them is just stunning. Gorgeous.
The clarity. I think that's the brilliance is phenomenal from topaz. Just you've got to have these. Now, as you can imagine, we don't have loads. We don't see very many strands like this. This is a high-end strand. This is for your really top high-end pieces. Or if you're getting married, I don't think you'll get it any more perfect than this. And I give you strands that I think are bridal all the time. I definitely love pearls, but I absolutely think if you're creating bridal jewellery, even if, like Hannah Bennett, your wedding is so far in the future, so far in the future, it's like a tiny dot, then you've got to get this. And I don't think it gets any better than this. It's Marquise. These will look beautiful, rowed together. $24.95. Judith, Andrea, Sandra, you've got them. They're gorgeous. Constance, you've got them. They're gorgeous. Shall I count them for you? 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13. Let me count that again. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13 on your strand. You know what? It's worth it. $24.95. I think a lot of places might charge you that for one if you're buying them on the web. How beautiful they are. Grace in Kent, Mary in Suffolk. Well done. Jill, sorry, in Sussex, you must check out your basket or you could miss out. We have now gone limited. MDYY72, we've now gone limited. Not many of these left after Ali launched them. How many did Ali launch with? Now, we only ever had 100 of these. We've only got a small amount left. $24.90. Can I put it on as a necklace? Yes, I blooming can. That made me smile when you suggested that, Tommy. Ooh la la. That is magnificent. I think a ring. I actually think one in a pendant, 2 in your ears and 1 in a ring. That would be so high end. Oh my gosh, you'd have loads left. No, I only want to use one in the ring. 1, 2, 3, 4. I've got 13 on my strand. That's 9 left, right? Yeah, I did maths. I did maths. Actual maths, and it worked. It worked out for me. Now, prom set them. Which way would you do it? That way or the other way? I don't know, I reckon either. Quite like it like that, actually. Well, it would either be portrait or landscape. Yes, Danny. You like it that way? Oh, that does elongate my fingers. Thank you, because I know I've got chipolatas. Thanks for pointing that out. 24. Why do you think I've got long nails on? Because my fingers are like small sausages. That's why. Now, it's true. It's true. Sometimes it makes me hungry just looking at them. Now, let's do you mind if I do the Labradoodle-Dighty? I would love to. Thank you. Well, I'm doing it whether you like it or not. Now, what I like about these actually is they're quite thin, which really adds to the delicate look of them. And I'm not sure, but I think maybe that has something to do with the extremely powerful Labrador essence you get from this strand. I have given you this strand once before, but shall I tell you something? The amount of red that's coming off this Labradorite is more than I've seen in months and months, maybe even about a year. Do you know that? The red, can you see it? Absolutely stunning. Almost, you get purples. Do you see that? It's Labrador essence if you've never seen this gemstone before. It's called Labradorite. It's crazily beautiful. It was found in Canada, in the state of Labrador, which is why it gets its name. Look at that, it's called Labrador essence, and it's natural. Natural, like, you know how natural beauty occurs, like Nicole Schertzwinger? I mean, you look at it and you think, how did that happen? Just gorgeous. Just gorgeous. The Marilyn Monroe of strands, totally natural, utterly beautiful. Oh, if you were another gemstone, you'd just be jealous, wouldn't you? And quite bitter, actually. Do you wonder? Yeah. Yeah, I bet. I bet Lava Rock doesn't even want to look at Labradorite. Look at that. Gorgeous. You could sing like an angel at a strand like this, couldn't you? Look at that. Angel wings of delicate Labradorite. Tiptoe softness. It's definitely, I don't care what anyone says, it's magical. Don't you think that's magic? We're seeing it and we're thinking about, oh, that happens because of this. How about this? It's magical. Isn't it? I always think we over-explain things as humans. Maybe it's just magic. Just gorgeous. Absolutely gorgeous. I know I'm mad, I know that. I mean, I'm 30. What am I now? 34. Don't meet me when I'm like literally an old woman if I make it. So I will be completely gone by then, won't I? Just as long as I don't have a walking stick, because I reckon I can't be trusted with one. I always like those old ladies that hit you with a walking stick for no apparent reason, other than because you're younger than them. I like that. I like that. Look at that. It's beautiful, isn't it? Absolutely beautiful. Get yourself dialing. It is amazing, Tom. You're right. Tom, I think we might take this gemstone for granted. But it is amazing. It is amazing. Well, it's the viewer's choice gemstone for the last 3 consecutive years or 2? 2 consecutive years. I would bunch these. Actually, do you know what? I do a million different things with these. Bunching them together, absolutely, because they're flatter. I like that they're flatter. They're not really plump. I'm not sure, because I'm not like clever like Hannah Oxbury and stuff. But I think that might add to the power of the Labrador essence. Do you know, this and really wonderful quality moonstone are 2 gemstones that really can blow my mind. You know that? And you know that my mind can split into 1,000 different places at any one time. This gemstone lets a firework off inside my brain, and I just think it's wonderful. Isn't it? It is wonderful, isn't it? ESR U79, the magic that is Labradorite. And again, I ask you this question Is labradorite any less beautiful than a diamond? I don't think it is. I think it's just as beautiful as a diamond. Is labradorite as expensive as a diamond? No, it's blooming well not. Should it be? Yeah. I don't know why it isn't. Somebody's messed up there, but that's good because it means we can get more of it. Do you really think that a diamond could be just as beautiful as this? Because I do. I promise. Hand on my heart, cross to die, stick a needle in my eye. Don't actually do that. But it is these are as beautiful as a diamond to me. They are. And I'm as materialistic as the next blonde girl. I do like diamonds. But these are gorgeous. They are good. They've got a soul to them, you see. Don't you think? Without getting all hippie on you, I think they have. Get them in your life. If you don't get any other labradorite strand, promise you, I promise, this is the one that's going to ignite your inner designer. There you go, $14.95. $14.95. Now we do give you diamonds here, we do. But this is a beautiful strand. I actually think perhaps arguably more beautiful than the diamond strands we've given you. ESR U75 was only launched about a week ago. And we're giving you the last remaining amount. Was it me that launched it? Wasn't it? Oh, Vicky Carr did it first. Of course she did. Have a look. She'll love that lady. £14.95. Shona, you've got yours. Julie, Patricia. Leslie and Karen, you've got yours. Hilary, Kyria, Caroline, I must congratulate you on a truly beautiful strand, just $14.95. Now Maggie, labradorite. Actually, this goes very well with your aquamarine, you know.
It would work well with it, wouldn't it?
Yeah.
Shall I just acquire it?
Well, I think, well, why not? I am going to warn you, Maggie. This is like no other labradorite you've had. It is so powerful. Look. It's flat, drops, but look. I can't, look, honestly, it is so powerful, the labradorescence, that it is mind-blowing.
Yeah, you're getting yellow coming through there, you're getting blue coming through
You've got reds in here, you've got purples,
yeah,
you've got the lot.
Purples and lilacs, yeah.
It really is phenomenal, the amount of labradorescence you get. Like electric eel blues. I don't know if electric eels are actually blue, but I just imagine that they are. Look at that, gorgeous. Absolutely stunning. You've got to have it. Now I'm going to give you oh yeah, I like this. It's the Brazil colours, isn't it? Because my son's making me buy lots of World Cup stuff for his birthday party. Oh, we are having a big projector on the 14th, isn't it? It all starts.
No, on the 12th, so 9 days.
On the yeah, but on the Saturday is the 14th, right?
Yeah.
Right, so we're having a big party and we're putting a projector up on the side of our house. We're all watching it outside, depending on whether it rains or not. So it's quite late, yeah, night. It's all right, because it's okay, because cider will make us warm. That's the drink they drink in Brazil, isn't it? Cider. Yeah, I'm getting Brazil and Bristol mixed up again. No. Pina coladas. It was the Copacabana is in Rio, isn't it? Yeah, didn't you watch that programme last night? Copacabana. It was great. You watched it, didn't you, Maggie?
No, I didn't. No.
Should have. No. It was brilliant. I want to go to the Copacabana. £800 a night on a normal night. But Barry Manilow did sing a song about it, to be fair.
So does that make it worth more?
Yeah, it should do. Barry Manilow's a legend, isn't he? Now, have a look at this bundle. Can you tell? Are these the Brazilian colours or is it me? They are. That you've been thinking about football, Danny, whilst making bundles. What have I told you about that? Do boys ever stop thinking about football and ladies? Danny's just said, right now, you're just talking to me and you've just got a giant talking football head. Oh, it's probably true. It's probably true. Now, you have got the 3 colours and you've got 2 different sizes here, as you can see. The yellow quartz is 10 mil and so is the green. and the blue is 8. The clear quartz, and these are fab. They're great for doing little beady McBeaders, which is a beady bead. Just puzzle together, don't they? They just edge to edge look great. And I think, you know, to have that sort of glassier clarity is very appealing, especially when you're making earrings or doing rosary links. I like these. Actually, if you think about this, oh, you need this because if you're going to watch the football, I would make an over-the-head necklace, rosary links, and be all these colours over the head. That's a great way of us still being feminine. I mean, I don't really know anything about football, I'll be honest with you. Kaz is an Arsenal fan, so is my mum. That put me off as a child because she used to make me go to Arsenal games. And I used to just think, this screaming is driving me mad. And she used to, the only time my mum used to swear is when Arsenal were playing. And my brother's a Man U fan and they used to argue. And I used to think, I hate football, but my son likes it now, so I have to watch it. No, I have to, it's law now. If you're going to create some celebration jewellery ready for the World Cup, it's the World Cup, right? Yeah, World Cup, not UEFA. You're not going to be able to get you away from it soon. 9 days does it start? Okay, you've got time then. Get it now. Let's make some jewellery. I'm going to wear those colours on that day. Are we on that day? Is that our shift side? No. I'll wear them anyway. AWG C71, your quartz collection, £13.80. Is not your price tag. Dan is too busy talking about football, he's just pressed a button. The Brazilian collection at £9.90. Loads and loads of you are in for this. Are you getting it in anticipation of said football? Danny will be rooting for England and France. Kaz, who are you rooting for?
I'm neutral.
You're neutral? What, nobody then? Anybody? Between
France
who?
or Spain mainly, but yeah.
France or Spain? You're English?
Yeah, I know, but mix it up.
Is it because of the players?
No, not anymore.
Someone was being sold this morning. Who was that? It's like taking him to Mark. Someone from Chelsea. I had to listen to that on the way.
Quit.
Football?
I've had less Chelsea in.
Oh, I thought it was transferring. I don't know anything. Oh, like David Beckham. Now, Maggie, are you going to be watching the World Cup? Are you going to be sporting some jewellery?
I think I will be having to watch the World Cup, not because I particularly want to, just because I think it will be on.
Because the husband will make you watch it?
Because the other half will be watching it, yeah.
Will you be going down the pub?
No.
It will be at home?
It'll be at home probably, yeah.
I think you should be wearing a lucky Brazilian necklace.
Do you think so?
Yeah, I think you should get this bundle.
I think you could take out the yellow and take out the green and I could make a Scottish necklace instead, except Scotland aren't
in it. Yay! Ali would like that. Who are you rooting for, Tom?
England, obviously, but I don't really follow football. So.
Oh yeah, he doesn't like football.
No.
He just likes Lego. Just likes Lego.
But I'm going to the proper World Cup next year.
You're going to the proper World Cup next year? What, rugby?
Yes.
Oh, hey up. I like a rugby player because they're not wimps like footballers. Oh, I'm injured. It's true. Oh, injury, out for a year. Rugby players like carrying on. They got no ears or noses left. Who got hit by a bus and still played? Recipiani. I don't know anything about what we're talking about, so I'm not even going to pretend I'm one of them women that knows football because I don't. I just sit there and go, oh yeah, what a goal. Now, that's what my son says. One of the only things he says, penalty, in a London accent, and the other one is, what a goal. I'm like, oh, right. Now I'm going to go for some gorgeous pink opal, which has nothing to do with football. You'll be glad to hear about it. Gorgeous. Pink Peruvian opal. Isn't this lovely? Oh, do you know what I like? It's ready to prong set. Laura binding style. Nice smooth top. These would be lovely rings, wouldn't they? I really like this. Look at the way you get all the different formations of colour. I think I would prong set this onto silver or, oh well, actually all gold would look lovely, wouldn't it? Or antique bronze. Or copper. Oh, I like, actually it's versatile. Like it already. What about you, Maggie? You've got these lovely drops. I'm thinking rings straight away, but actually it's probably 1,000,001 things you can do with
I think there's a
these.
lot you could do with it, yeah. And I think it would take most colours of wire as well.
Yeah,
I
I'm
think,
just
the colours that are
agreeing
in
with
there.
that.
Yeah, I think you could get away with anything in there. I think it'd be nice in a sort of lariat style necklace, sort of like a sort of waterfall. Is that what I'm thinking of? Sort of as a single strand.
Like a waterfall cascade?
Yeah, something along those lines.
Be nice with white pearls, or silver pearls, or gold pearls. All of them, actually. All of the above.
Any of them, yeah. It's so kind of feminine, so sort of pretty, but it's got slightly darker colours shot through it as well.
Well, I think that adds to the appeal of that, because I think you automatically assume it's natural and organic then, don't you? You've got those lovely sort of chocolate milk colours and strawberry milk colours. I always have to refer to chocolate, don't I? I'm sorry. I'm sorry if you're at home and you're trying to avoid the last of the Easter chocolate. I've still got a chocolate, well, I say the kids have still got a chocolate Gruffalo on the top shelf. But it's a Gruffalo. I mean, can I bite into it? I'm not sure. TMR U13. 95 carats in your pink opal. 7 to 11 mil. Absolutely beautiful. I suppose you think that's funny, Danny. Next to be putting boobs on screen. This is what a woman. This is when a woman talks. Danny's saying this is what he sees. Blah 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 football. Is it true? Is it true? We can't get away from it, ladies. $9.95 for the opal. Mene. $9.95 TMRU 13. Use your debit card or your credit card if you're shopping with us here tonight. 0800 644 655 is a free phone number. You can indeed use your credit card or your debit card. The Crazy Ali Defoy is actually up in a minute, in a moment, in 15 minutes with some bargains for you. Or the w's.jewellerymaker.com is where you can watch us and buy Oscar 655. Now, let's go with, which number was that in, Danny boy? Oh, number 11. That's tanzanite though, isn't it? Yeah. I was going to say sort of tanzanite and kyanite. Have a look at this. Look at that colour. Absolutely stunning. Gorgeous, isn't it? Tanzanite. Always mesmerises me, this gemstone. They say it's 1,000 times rarer than a diamond. You can only get it from one place in the world, at the foothill of Mount Kilimanjaro. And tanzanite is a gemstone that was launched by Tiffany & Co. I think it was 1969, wasn't it? And you know what? It set the world on fire. Not literally, but with its wonderful pleochroism, the ability it has to not only give you that focal blue, but also flash at you with a wink of pink. Isn't it gorgeous? So it was launched by Tiffany & Co. in 1969. It is a precious gemstone, and they do say it's 1,000 times rarer than a diamond. Have a look at the depth of the tanzanite that I'm giving you. The deeper the blue often can mean a little bit more money that you're paying for it, and when you've got clarity with that depth, then you know you're looking high end. Now, this is by no means a pale strand of tanzanite. These blues are beautiful. And again, to work with this, if you bought the topaz strand and you're looking for something equally as special, well, I wouldn't hesitate in buying this, particularly if you've got to do a collection like a bridal collection. Well, tanzanite is a gemstone that's said to represent new beginnings. You know how gemstones have lots of myth and legend. So it is associated with new beginnings. So it's great Obviously, if you're doing bridal pieces, great if somebody just got married, but also somebody just had a baby. So it's said to give you luck in a new beginning. Any new beginning it could be. It's one of the birth gemstones of December. It's probably the most high-end December birth gemstone, isn't it? I'm also giving you some kyanite. Look at, actually this goes very well together, doesn't it? Stunning. And again, so wonderful that you're getting two gemstones that work very well together. Two gemstones that ordinarily you would never have even dreamt of using. This really is a high-end gemstone. It really is. It's in Royal Collections. Stunningly beautiful, and I would get it and get it valued. I would also hold on to this gemstone because one day, they're saying this is a one generational gemstone. This is our generation, so it will probably run. You know, if we're going to pass this down to our daughters or our sons, it's likely they will not be able to get it firsthand in their lifetime. And so it's a gemstone of our generation. What do you think that's going to do to the value of tanzanite? Do you think it's a good idea to have this in your collection? I've got mine. Absolutely I have. I've got a tanzanite ring and I've got a pair of tanzanite earrings because I think it's a smart choice to have some. I don't make many smart choices, but that was one. And if I'm honest, someone bought that for me. NBG. I'm not allowed to talk about investments. Do you know why? Because I'm not qualified to do that, and the Lord knows Jenny Cleary is no good at maths or anything. But I can talk about smart choices. And I do think that is a smart choice. And occasionally, I mean it is rarely, I make a smart choice in life. I think that was one of my 3 smart choices. 0800 644 655. Get yourself on the phone line. Should be 46.90, which I think is an absolute bargain, Danny. Were you taking that down? Crikey on a bikey. A 30-day money-back guarantee. Go and research about tanzanite if you haven't done so already. £34.90. That is an absolute slam dunk of a deal. Make sure you're checking out your basket. There are loads of you in for this one. It is a phenomenal price tag. Beautiful combination of colours, beautiful pairing of gemstones as well. A rare, rare gemstone. You know you've seen this elsewhere, even on other shopping channels set into jewellery for thousands. 0800 644 655 is the number to dial if you want to get a really great price tag. Now remember to put this with genuine gold or silver. And don't forget that little rumour, that little secret I let the cat out of the bag. I let about 20 kittens out of bags. I love kittens. We are going to have real gold wire and findings. MBG. I'm trying to get gold and precious metal clay, but it will be very expensive. That's the only thing. Whew. MBG C81. Lynn, you've got yours. Karen, Patricia, Angela. Gorgeous, beautiful, well done. Absolutely love it. Now, oh, I leant right in there. Let me give you number 15, Danny. Now, brown cows. Do you know something? Do you remember Karen Crawford's 1920s design she did? All that, and she put this shape, but not the same gemstone. I think it was obsidian, black. It was black obsidian. This shape. She said it actually Art Deco. It actually made her do that Art Deco piece. Go and check it out. It's wonderful. And actually, I think Karen asked for this shape. Guess who we've got on Saturday, everybody? It's Saturday, isn't it? No, it's Friday. Guess who we got on Friday? Somebody very, very special. Rachel Norris. And we would have both been up all night filming the DVD, just to warn you. Her jewellery is amazing. I've got the photographs of it. It's amazing. She sent them me yesterday. I love her, literally. Can you bring us some Devon sand with you, please? Oh, she lives in Cornwall, actually, so that would be quite hard. Oh, I love Cornwall. Hey, oh, do you know what we should have? Cornish clotted cream and scones. Oh. Look at these. Now, do you know why these are great? Because the top is domed. I'm going to turn them over and they've got flat bottoms. So if you want, they are quite seasidey. If you want to put them on foundation board, if you want to stick them to anything, you can. And it's easy. I love that they're top drilled. I love that there's so much you can do with these. There really is. The colour is great, the crackles are wonderful, and they're going to lend themselves in so many different ways. Do check out Karen Crawford's design. If you're working with wire, these are perfect. They also make a nice windmill shape when they're all together. FCG, P55 is your item code. Get them in your life because they're gorgeous, and they're only £7.95. I think these would be great in tiaras and fascinators as well. £7.95. I was supposed to be bringing my daughter, was supposed to be going to a party on Saturday. I'm not sure if she's going to make it now. It's her first party as well. She was getting her nails done and everything. First party in Hertfordshire. Should I let her go? She is pretty damaged though. 0800 644 655 is the number to be calling. If you are dialing, please don't worry about the queues. It's a free phone number. Lady Defoy is coming up for you very, very soon. But before that, can we squeeze another one? Can we? Oh, let's do two, says Danny. Okay, why not? Quick then, which one? Oh, you want me to choose? Well, Danny. You want me to do number 4? I would like to do number 4 if that's all right, yes. Because I'm a big fan of these. And what I love about this strand in particular is the flat edges that they've got. Have a look to these barrels, nice and flat. That might actually help your designs, mightn't it? Look how those squished together. I'll start that word again, shall I? Remix constituted, that's what I was saying. That was a word in my head. Yes, it was, and I apologise for it, 'cause it's not a word at all. Now, reconstituted turquoise is fabulous because it's real turquoise, crushed down, pressed together to make the shapes. It's not faux turquoise. It's made up of all of the elements of totally natural, real turquoise. You've even still got the matrix in there. Please don't get it confused because you really should give this a go. December's Birth Gemstone. Absolutely wonderful colour. It's got personality as this. Have a look at the size of these drums. Now I'm thinking necklace. I'm thinking ring. Whatever you do. Do you know what? I've got to be really quick with these because I've got to go over to the gorgeous Maggie and talk about the challenge as well. RSP 020. I nearly went RSPCTC. I did overspell that wrong, didn't I? 17 RE. I missed the E out. £17.95. Put it with gold, put it with silver. It's always going to look gorgeous. Even black wire looks phenomenal. Rosary link these over the head necklace. Whatever you do, I'm sure it's going to look perfect. Now, before I pass you over to Ali Defoy, we're going to catch up with the gorgeous Mags and go over to Maggie. Hitch my skirt down first. We're going to go over to Maggie and catch up with Maggie on her challenge. Maggie had 2 strands of gorgeous aquamarine. How are you getting on with those?
Slowly, slowly.
Aren't they gorgeous?
They're absolutely beautiful. So I'm trying to do something that's going to do some justice to them. So I've not done an awful lot. I've not actually completed an awful lot. This was going to be a floating necklace.
Oh, yeah.
Yep. So
a floating necklace.
So that means you put crimps either side. You have the wire, you put crimps either side of the bead, and that holds it in place, and it kind of looks as though they're floating.
Suspends it. You could do it without the crimps by going back in.
Yeah, you can go back in.
But it doesn't sit as flat.
It doesn't sit as flat, and in this case, because it's they're quite fine strands from quite fine holes in them.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, so that's part of it. Part of why it's been so slow with me today.
I love it. And you're bead capping them, are you?
No, I just put them in for added interest at the bottom.
I love them.
On there, I've used some of the flower head pins and twisted them around into little sort of spacers. Yeah, and a couple of bead caps, crimp covers I should say, I've put in as just as an added bit of interest. So, longer wire, longer time, it would have been a longer necklace.
But it is a gorgeous strand, isn't it? And you get 2 strands, some are faceted, some are plain. You put the faceted in here. Yeah. And don't forget you have got March's Birth Gemstone. Maggie, when are you back with us?
Right, oh, I did another 2 over there.
Oh, I didn't see those! So have a look.
So I thought I'd put some pink, because I think, again, you know, it works nice with that soft pink. So I gizmoed the wire, use it as spacers, and then in the strands that are 3 droppers at the bottom, then I had to create my own head pins because the ready-made head pins wouldn't go through on the necklace.
Easy enough to do though, eh?
Very simple little earrings, yeah.
Beautiful.
That was it.
Absolutely beautiful. So you're back soon?
I'm not sure when I'm back. I've got to go and check out some dates.
So check out, we'll keep our eyes peeled for the next show with Maggie. Now, I am back with you on Thursday, and right now I'm going to hand you over to the wonderful Ali DeFoy. I can see that she has got some beautiful strands, some amazing cabochons by the looks as well. So don't go anywhere. Keep shopping on Sky 655 or online, all the W's.JewelleryMaker.com. Have a wonderful evening. Try to not do anything too crazy. Might have a dog by the time you see me next. I'll see you later. God bless. Good night.
Bye.
Mwah.
Here at JewelleryMaker, we have many stages of quality control, from lab tests all the way through to our own in-house gemology.